Do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, row, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Row, row, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the theme of the G coming through, baby. Row, row, fight the power. Power to the peeps, power for the dreams. Still missing piece, scattering so incomplete. We be that once incredible soldier from underground. See how easy they all fall down. Digging through the core to see the light. Let's get out of here, babe. That's the way to survive. Y'all top off the head. I'm on the set. Do the impossible. Don't you wanna bet? Cause a lot of things change. We be waiting in vain. If we wanna get by, no pain, no gain. Wow, fakers wanna test me again. Sorry, my rhyme's gonna start your brain, yo. I'm still starving for the straight up skill. We gonna make it happen with a crazy rap skill. Get ready to rumble. Now is the time, If you ain't know, now you know. Good luck, fellas. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, row, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Row, row, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rules, then you see the truth. This is the theme of the G coming through, baby. Row, row, fight the power. Second verse dedicates to the real peeps. What we gotta say is so real thing, cause revolution ain't never gonna televise. Kicking a mad flow, microphone phenotype. Opening third eye, see into the overground. I'm about to hit you with a scream from underground. Whole city's covered with a cyber flavor, G's in your area. When now the top face, do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, row, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Row, row, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the theme of the G coming through, baby. Row, row, fight the power. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, row, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Row, row, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the theme of the G coming through, baby. Row, row, fight the power. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, row, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Row, row, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the theme of the G coming through, baby. Row, row, fight the power. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, row, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Row, row, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the theme of the G coming through, baby. Row, row, fight the power. Power to the peeps, power for the dreams. Still missing piece, scattering so incomplete. We be that once incredible soldier from underground. See how easy they all fall down. Digging through the core to see the light. Let's get out of here, babe. That's the way to survive. Y'all top off the head. I'm on the set. Do the impossible. Don't you wanna bet? Cause a lot of things change. We be waiting in vain. If we wanna get by, no pain, no gain. Wow, fakers wanna test me again. Sorry, my rhyme's gonna stunt your brain, yo. I'm still starving for the straight up skill. We gonna make it happen with a crazy rap skill. Get ready to rumble. Now is the time, If you ain't know, now you know. Good luck, fellas. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, row, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Row, row, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the theme of the G coming through, baby. Row, row, fight the power. Second verse dedicates to the real peeps. What we gotta say is so real thing, cause revolution ain't never gonna televise. Kicking a mad flow, microphone phenotype. Opening third eye, see into the overground. I'm about to hit you with a scream from underground. Whole city's covered with a cyber flavor, G's in your area. When now the top face, do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, row, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Row, row, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the theme of the G coming through, baby. Row, row, fight the power. invisible. Roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the king of the cheap. Do baby. Roll, fight the power. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the king of the cheap. Do baby. Roll, fight the power. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the king of the G. Cool, baby. Roll, fight the power. Power to the beats, power for the dreams. Still missing piece, scattering so incomplete. We be that once incredible soldier from underground. See how easy they all fall down. Digging through the core to see the light. Let's get out of here, babe. That's the way to survive. Y'all top off the head. I'm on the set. Do the impossible. Don't you wanna bet? Cause a lot of things change. We be waiting in vain. If we wanna get by, no pain, no gain. Wow, fakers wanna test me again. Sorry, my rhyme's gonna start your brain, yo. I'm still starving for the straight up skill. We gonna make it happen with a crazy rap skill. Get ready to rumble. Now is the time, If you ain't know, now you know. Goodbye, Phyllis. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the king of the G. Cool, baby. Roll, fight the power. Second verse dedicates to the real peeps. What we gotta say is so real thing, cause revolution ain't never gonna televise. Kicking a map flow, microphone phenotype. Opening third eye, seeing through the overground. I'm about to hit you with a scream from underground. Whole city's covered with a cyber flavor G's in your area. When now the top face, do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the king of the G. Come through, baby. Roll, fight the power. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the king of the G. Cool, baby. Roll, fight the power. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the king of the G. Cool, baby. Roll, fight the power.
Hey there, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Y'all doing good? Y'all doing great? You're doing synonyms for doing good. Welcome to this here stream. It's definitely a different one. I was wanting to try to do this last week, but I was not able to do it last week. So we're going to do it today. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a stream. It's not an art stream in particular. It's more of a commentary stream because I just wanted to try to promote Unbreakable range a little bit more and just, do more discussions and stuff about it and just do more commentary. This is going to be turned into a more condensed commentary video later down the line. I tried just recording it by myself, but I feel like it feels a little bit more lively and more fun when I'm doing an actual live stream and talking about this stuff with you guys. But yeah, how's everybody doing today so far? Notice that this time, there's not usually been a first time chatter, so I just always want to double check to make sure. Let's see. Hello, howdy, Dep. Hey there, Kiba. Hello, Mr. Deputy Western Master, Mr. Arya, Your Highness, Mr. Man, it's somebody being to ask. Every time we talk, sometimes you do that thing. Is that like your way of doing like there's one joke from like when Little Karibo did his Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series, like his parody of a parody where he's just had like Naruto go like can't say Bowie Sama Sensei Senpai San Sama. It feels like that. But yeah, hey man, this hey Kiba. Hope y'all doing good. Hope you doing good. We'll wait for a little bit more, just a little bit, but yeah. So basically, here's how the whole. Oh, hi, Crown Jackie. Hi there, Crown. Hey there, Lunar. Hey there, Lunar. Here's some doing hop back home. Doing hop back out home after work. Then I got meatball sub. Came back just in time for the stream. Oh, that's fun. Something like that. Let me. If it's too good, if it's too annoying, I can stop. Oh no. It's all good, dude. I enjoy it. I was just curious because that's how my brain interpreted it. It's more of a joke. You're not annoying me with that. My brain was just like, this feels like this. This feels like this. A reference to this. But also, it's probably not. But my brain was just like, that reminds me of this whole thing right there. But yeah, anyway. So, as you can see on the little itinerary there, basically what's going to happen is we're going to go read through the first couple of episodes. And after doing a read through as well... Oh, thank you, Blux, for the sub. Thank you, Blux. Let's see. Just dropping to say hey, as I can't stay around long. Hope 2025 turns out to be a great year. God, my brain can't spell when food isn't. It's all good. It's all good, my dude. It's all good. I was like, yeah, Box, you've been subscribed to the channel for like a year now. Holy crap, I've really been doing this shit for a year. I've done streaming for longer, but it's always been like here and there and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's always interesting to see. But anyway. So, like I said, here's how things are going to turn out. Is basically I'm just going to do a read-through of episode 1. Going to be going over different notes and things like that. And we're also going to do like a little Q&A. So, you guys have any questions after the episode, we'll talk about that and I'll try to answer them. But yeah, so we'll wait a little. So, yeah, hopefully you guys are excited. I'm a little bit nervous about this myself. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get things all set up and ready to go. So, give me just 1 second. Alright, right now we're covering episode 1 today. Give me just a second. Oh, Lord. OBS is currently shitting itself. Oh, give me a second. There we go. Alright. Now then, let's go ahead and get to the main website. Alright, let me make sure that everything's all zoomed in, okay? Alright, cool. So, I have it still zoomed in. Very good, very good. Yeah, I did this purposefully so that way, like, on the actual stream, you guys can actually see it a bit better. So let me just double check just to make sure that it looks good. Okay, hold on. Let's do that. All right, cool. Yeah. Does everything look good so far, like size-wise and such? Oh, man, I'm just realizing, like, on Twitch, there's a massive delay. Lord. Ah, boy. Anyway, cool. So, yeah, I'm seeing people saying that, yeah, all looks good. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started then. All right. Make sure that the arrow keys work. All right, good. Because apparently my mouse doesn't work. Like, the mouse works, but, like, it does not scroll. Like, the little scrolling function's busted. I got to do a brand new one, Lord. Maybe it's my internet. Don't worry. No. It's not your internet. I'm looking on my thing. It is something like that, yeah. Hello, Deputy. How we doing today? Oh, hey, Liz. Welcome to the stream. We're actually doing like a little stream talking about my webcomic Unbreakable Iron Ranger, talking about the first couple episodes, doing read-through, and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, you just came in for a fun time today. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the meat of it. All right. By the way, I want to say, there's a lot of voices I can do, and there's a lot of voices I can't do. Tama being the main one. So I do apologize if my voices aren't all there. I do apologize, everybody. Anyway, back onto the thing. All right. All finished. Fully augmented. You got new limbs on you. Hopefully, you can recover quick enough. Don't got much time before they show up. Dr. Michael Fleetwood. Amazing. What would have taken years to heal and get you used to those limbs took a few seconds. Ben Young, the Iron Ranger. Thanks, Grandpa. Now we can get home, right? Easy, Ben. Don't get so cocky. These limbs are only to get us out of here safely. I still have to touch them up when we get back home. They ain't tough enough for the Crips we're about gonna have to face. Especially Ironworks. Alright, just getting the data and going. I'll admit, I'm nervous about all this. We're against a lot with sticks. But we can do it. We're gonna get through this. You and me are gonna stop Horror Show. Right. Remember, just get the data on the Crips and head straight back to the docks. I'll be there waiting to blow up the dock when we leave. Gotcha, Gramps. As of today, we're finally cowboys. An unbreakable will, an undying body, an unstoppable resolve. This is the tale of the one they call the Unbreakable Iron Ranger. Horror Show facility number. Oh, I forgot to put in the number. No. Oh, why did I take that out? Oh, wait, I remember why I took that out. Ah, damn it. I'll get to that when I get to that. On the fact of like where the fucking number 9 is. We'll get to that when we get to that. But I forgot. Attention all units. Dr. Fleetwood and Subject 24601 have stolen data on targets we seek to collect. Data includes locations, and what information was collected on the monsters. Search every inch of this place. Do not let them so much as attempt an escape. Kill them on sight if needed. Retrieve that data at all costs. Well, this is going smoothly. Okay, Doc, you said this room's what we had. Fuck. Earlier. Okay, Doc, you said this room had what we needed. Should help us get us the leg up on sticks. Jeez. First I wake up from being run over and recovering from that. Now me and Grandpa are thrown into this mess after that thing showed up. Once Gramp gets me better arms and legs, I want to give that iron... Shoot. Damn it. I gotta get better at this fucking shit. Once Gramps gets me better arms and legs, I want to give the Ironworks there a piece of my mind. And that Sticks guy as well. We won't let him continue this madness anymore. Alright, now, come on, you stupid computer. Guards could be here any minute for all I know. Oh, good, finally! By the way, just to let you know, we got the Green River Monster, Barracuda, Elemental, Rabbit, Frank, Lycanthrope. Alright, got the locations and the targets. Now to meet up with Docky. Alright, I think they checked this hall. Hey, found the runner! This is Bloodhound 49. Target has been found. I repeat, target has been found. Beginning capture. Oh, good. There's the eye catch. Look at that. There is Grandpa and grandson. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I cannot make any sound effects, I'm afraid. I apologize for there being a lack of sound effects right now. That'll be how it sounds like. Okay. Give me a second. Okay.
You incompetent fools! Destroy that cyborg now!
Aye, aye, sir. You heard him, boys. Light it up! Episode 1. The Chain. And then the little rocket goes fire off. And then Ben, boom. Big explosion. I'm sorry. I feel bad because all I can do is just voices. And I don't have any other backing tracks and stuff. I'm not like Ronald. I can't do that stuff on the fly. There was also like a Brazilian dub of this that was fantastic, but I've not set this up to do sound effects and stuff. I apologize. I feel bad. I'm sorry for just like talking and apologizing about the shit, but like, yeah, I'm not used to doing this. I'll get more used to doing this. You know what I mean? Because like, this is why I have different other people voice my characters. I feel weird voicing my own characters. You know what I mean? Maybe though, I don't know. Sorry about that. Sir, we have an issue. His aura kicked in. He's regenerating as we speak.
You useless tin cans can't even kill that fool! I'm sending in backup to clean up your mess.
Relieve yourself of all... Relieve yourself of any and all HS property you stole, patient, immediately. All right. A little ball. He brings out a little ball. Fetch you, numbnuts. I just want to say, it's funny having Ben just have a slight snark when later on he's just a lot more like a Boy Scout. This is like way earlier than I intended for him to have a little slight snark. And shoo, holy crap, that was too close. I gotta find the doc quick.
Darn it all, they'll be on to us soon. Hopefully they didn't corner him. Come on, boy.
I'm here, Doc, I'm here.
About time you showed up, boy.
Yeah, that's just scrape by. Almost out of the woods.
Excellent. The boat's ready to go. So let's get in there and set the timer for... Benjamin?
Oh, crap. Oh, look at that. Ominous figure right in the distance. Look at that. Surely not a problem at all. Surely not a problem. Surely not a problem at all. Let me shoot back on there.
Doc, we gotta move! Boy, what are you doing?
I can't do that because I don't want to yell too much. I got other people in the house. You gotta think I'm weird. You gotta think I'm weird. Anyway, he crashes through the fucking thing. The glass. Glass ceiling's broken, and then he falls down.
Excellent. Excellent, Smithers.
Sorry about that.
Your foolish mission ends here. Now get 'em! Kill them both, Ironworks. Ironworks, Mark 1.
And look at that, there's another key art. Look at that, it's so precious. Wow. Anyway.
Grandpa, you okay? Just peachy.
You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
Doc, get back now!
Come on. And then Big Smacky just swats him like a fly like that. Benjamin, I can't. Like I said, I can't yell. I can't yell because there's other people in the house.
Yes, yes, Ironworks. Excellent. Now, finish him off.
Every time I keep forgetting about how many times I have him say like excellent in this, because like he just fucking sound. Then my brain just goes to like Mr. Burns. You're like, excellent, Smithers. Yes, well you see, I have 10 high-priced lawyers. Anyway, and Ben falls on the ground. Mom spaghetti. Oh shoot, I didn't get the right page. Oh no. I'm a dumbass. I forgot to get the right page on there. I'm gonna have to re-upload that. I just only realized now. Because there was supposed to be an updated page that had like actual stuff. Because you see the dust as he falls, but like there's not really any impact cloud. Like right over there with the boom. There. That's on me. That's on me. Anyway, boom, and he's about to smack him down, then grabs it. He's gonna keep it up. But it's turning a little bit high. Jaw press there. Again, I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. Let's only focus when I'm talking.
Inconceivable! Pathetically stubborn little thing. Finish this, Ironworks.
And then you gotta be.
Kill him! Kill him proper!
By the way, wait. Oh no! What happened here? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is it not loading? What the fuck? Don't tell me there's something wrong with the page. Oh fucking hell! Oh no! What happened? What happened? Oh no. Okay, luckily I have the actual pages, so we're gonna have to like actually just do this. Oh my god, what the fuck happened? Now don't worry, it's not lost for good. It's not lost for good. Luckily I have contingencies and all that. Give me just 1 second. Don't worry guys, give me just 1 second. I know what I'm doing. Luckily I have the actual pages still here. Just gonna give me a second to access them. So we'll see, it was so the part where he smacks them. So it is these 2 pages that we're missing. Okay, so we'll just do it from here. It's not a lost media moment. Don't worry now. Don't worry now. We still have the pages. It's just for whatever reason the website ain't loading them, and I'm gonna have to go in and figure out what the hell happened there. So luckily we figured that out. Okay. Anyway, back on this. Then of course we have the Alright. Let me make sure that like it's actually zooming. Okay, cool.
That's right. Over here, you big old metal son of a bitch.
I wish I could yell that, but I can't yell that, and I do apologize. Doc, what are you even doing? I have this thing handled.
Save it. You can't face Ironworks on your own. You're strong, Ben, but not strong enough. Even with that ore healing you, Ironworks crippled your arm, boy.
Doc,
No buts, boy. I'm staying. You gotta go. Now go and get. My boy, use this power for good. Keep this world safe from these fools, and any others that may come after.
Doc, all right, I will. I promise I'll protect the world. I really wish I could just like actually yell this shit, but I can't. Oh well. All right, looks like everything else page-wise is fine, so we can continue on as planned. Thank goodness I figured out what that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what the hell happened. Give me a second. I'm actually gonna figure out what's going on real quick. Give me just a moment. So we're gonna go to the blog itself overview. Just gotta figure out what happened there. My gosh. Your posts. That should not have happened. So everything's all fine and dandy here. Yeah, it's doing it right there. What the hell? Let me figure out what's going on. Manage media. Oh, everybody, gotta figure out what's going on. I just want to figure out what's going on that's causing it to even be like that in the first place. And then we'll get back to it. Sorry, guys. It's very good that I figured out what the hell happened. What the hell are you doing?
I'm completely and mentally stable. Oh, hey, look, a civilian airliner. Do it. You know you want to do it. Lock it. Just do it. Just lock onto that civilian airliner. Come on, just do it. Do it now. Just do it. Lock it. Lock on. Just.
Okay, now can you riddle me this? Why are you this blown up? Okay, what's going on here? I'm gonna have to double check this later. That's weird. Okay, well, we're gonna have to just do it through here. Alright, we'll continue on and then I'll figure out what the hell's going on later. I don't know why it's doing that weird thing. Anyway, back on this.
Oh, excellent ironworks.
Oh, forgot to zoom in. That's my fault. Oh well, whoopsie doozy. There we go. Okay, anyway.
Impressive, isn't he, Fleetwood? Now then, where is the cyborg hiding?
Sir, look, over at the docks. It seems he stole one of our patrol boats.
Oh, but that's fine. We can catch up easily with the other ones. It is sort of funny how easy this is. No, I'm laughing about something else. That being... and how easy you were outsmarted.
Boom, 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 boom. Ben is fucking traumatized to all this. A few days later, Fleetwood's house, Huntsville, Texas. Slammed a fist on the table. Darn it all. I didn't get him out with me. I can't lose him too. He was all I had left. I could have gotten him out. I'm sorry. I have fought the good fight. I have run the race. I have kept the faith. I can't sit here crying. I'm no good to anyone doing that. I'll keep my promise. There's people that need protecting. And it's time for the fucking scene. He turns on the thing, and then boom, there's fire. There's fire in the furnace. Because that's what furnaces needed. A little montage here. Look at that fun little montage. Oh, yeah, baby. This will do nicely. I know that Ben's not supposed to talk like there, but that's the fucking vibe. As he's putting everything on together. Just need to use emergency funds for now, Doc. Yeah. Well, good thing I'm same size as Docky. Don't worry, Ma, Pa, and Doc. I'm gonna make y'all proud. To be continued. Okay, now that we got that all done, all right. So I'm still in absolute awe of what the hell happened and why these two pages are broken. I'm gonna have to double check to figure out what the hell's going on. I'm gonna see if I can do it through my browser real quick. So take a look at my phone real quick while I figure out what the hell happened with those pages. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what's going on there. I have no earthly idea what is happening with those pages. I do apologize, everybody. So, we'll go back onto this. So, let's talk a little bit about the production of this episode. So, hang on, give me a second. So, let's just do a little bit of that because, unfortunately, luckily I still have these two pages right here, so we can talk about them when we get to them. All right, but anyway, let's just go back all the way to the very beginning. So here's a fun factoid for y'all. These first four pages, this one, and right up to here, these first four pages were actually conceived after the series was started. These were made in 2019 when I decided I kind of need a little bit more of a better prologue to the comic. So what I did was basically just went back and just made these as a little intro to the comic. But they've kind of become merged with episode 1 ever since. When it was early on, these were part of like a prologue thing that I literally called Shortchange Hero, episode 0. It was supposed to be like a little prelude teaser to the whole series. But yeah. Now it's just a part of episode 1, The Chain. Alright, also onto this. So this has to go back to something that I retconned because I realized it didn't make a whole lot of sense. But we'll get to that when we get to that later on down the line. But anyway. So, the reason why I was like, oh, wait, where did I put the number 9? The number 9, because, like, in discussion pieces, in a little video that I was planning to make, I still remembered that, like, Riot in Cell Block number 9 was a reference that I originally had in this comic, which was a song done by was a cover that the Blues Brothers covered, but was actually a different song that was done by, what were their names again? Shoot. I have it in my doc. Let me check my Google Docs real quick. No, give me a second. All right, I'm going to check my documents real quick. Give me just 1 second on that, everybody. Because I had that, because it's a nice little thing, so I just wanted to talk about that kind of stuff. Let me find it. Oh, yeah, the BTS notes. Okay. Okay, yeah, so it was originally a song by the Robins. It was composed by Jerry Leiber and Mike Stoller. This is back in 1954. But I knew about the song because I freaking love the Blues Brothers. Like the Blues Brothers and Manhattan Transfer. Those are two bands that like I've learned a lot about like older jazz and R&B through. So, but yeah, the point that was a reference to Ryan and Sail Block number 9, and that was a reference to the original FON origins that inspired this arc. So this whole episode was me trying to condense the original FON origins, which was Freak of Nature origins, where it was like they were in horror show. Ben and Tama, and at the time, a character named Dwight, were all trying to break out together. There was no Fleetwood. It was just Ben, Tama, and a character called Dwight, and Dr. Styx, essentially, and them going up against that. There was also another character called Dr. Warren. He wasn't Dr. Warden. He was a warden, and his name was Warden Straits, and he was based off of the band the Dire Straits. Anyway, so back onto this. So it was supposed to be a facility number 9, but like due to lore reasons, I was thinking back on. I was like, really, there shouldn't be that many facilities for this. Were stuff that ended up being a case later on. So I was just like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. So I just went back and took out the number 9. But then I forgot that, like, oh no, I took out the number 9, so I couldn't make that reference anymore. So it's a good thing I didn't publish that original video idea, and I just decided to go for this. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, so also, this is another page that I added in, and this is when I was discussing things with Elm, when I was talking to Elm. Because in his words, he was a little bit confused about things at first, because of just like how things started. Originally, because even though like there was the preluded stuff, he just thought it might have been better to give a bit more context about what they're doing. Originally, everything seemed fine and dandy, as is, in my opinion. But originally, this is what that page originally was. It was just this one page. There wasn't any additional information that Ben gave about like what they're doing and what they're up against and stuff. And so yeah, that was an extra page that I added earlier last year. So there's that. Anyway, back onto this. Yeah. Also, this is another scene because like I ended up like going back and updating the art. This is just one of those pages where I've ended up like constantly, not constantly really, but like I've ended up going back and like redoing the art and touching it up. Let me show you one of the earliest examples of that art, of like the original art for that little meme face there. Give me a second. Let me find it real quick. I'm going to go dig back into the older files here. Where's that meme face? Ah, there we go. Found it. But yeah, that was the... I found it. Give me a second. Alright, so this was the original art of that. The little pair... Like the little thing right here. And as you can tell, there's like a little bit more of a cartoony look as well. I'll get to that later. Also, this was originally just called Freak of Nature because this was based off of like the original FON Origins. I was wanting to keep Freak of Nature. But then I realized this doesn't really fit the vibe anymore of the comic. So I just decided to change it to Unbreakable Iron Ranger and made it fit a bit better. But yeah. But it definitely had a bit more of a cartoonish feel. And let me get to the arc so that we could see, so that we could give you an idea like just how much it was. I even remember the original version of Freak of Nature, the one with Tom on Chapter 1. Oh yeah, we'll actually go back to that because it's still up on Webtoons. We'll talk about that one. Now you guys can see the comparisons and what the goal was exactly. Yeah, give me a second. Of like the goal for the new episode 1 of Unbreakable Iron Ranger. So give me a second. Let me find Ben real quick. Like his old ass art, like what he looked like. Give me 1 second. So like early on, Ben was very twiggish, and like the first thing you're probably gonna be like, oh my god, he has been Hotel Benjamin. Yeah, but like literally, like I said, these designs were a lot more cartoony looking early on, instead of like more the more Imayashi kind of vibe that I ended up going with. But yeah, it's just really funny at the end of the day what ended up happening and such. Just as a comparison as well, this was been in 2017, 2018. But they're very twiggy, very kind of like cartoonish look. I still kind of dig this kind of look, not gonna lie. No, yeah, I still enjoy this in its own style, obviously. Like, I think if I want to go back and do something, it's go back and do like this way of like this kind of gradient shading, because I really do like what I did here. I really do like what I did here. But you could tell this is very lanky. This has like very like if you grew up on DeviantArt, like those very twiggy proportions from like OCTs and things like that. But I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my god, Has-Been Hotel Band, because he's just like such a massive fucking twink, and now he's just more of a like a twunkish kind of character. Just as a comparison of like his most recent reference sheet. Give me 1 second. So like his most recent reference sheet. He's definitely both. He's definitely got more quote unquote normal proportions, and he's definitely looks a lot more like a twunk kind of character. But yeah, it's just funny like looking back and seeing like the evolution characters go through and such. But yeah, right. So that's all there. All right, back onto the main comic. All right, so anyway, so this eye catcher was actually made last year in 2024. It was a bunch of different eye catchers I was wanting to make for that potential relaunch, and it never really happened. I tried it on Unbreakable on Webtoons, but it didn't work out too well. Anyway, back onto this. So with this panel in particular, there was like a dip. This was updated technically too, but the main difference was I just kind of like fixed the eyes because his eyes weren't looking in the right spot in terms of like the monitor. So I just fixed it up there. But also, yeah. So this page in particular, this little scene of them like just firing at Ben, it was actually like inspired by a scene by Zarel. I'll bring up the original version of that page real quick. Give me just 1 second. And then we'll talk about that here in a moment. But yeah, let me get that original page up. I'm gonna dig through to see if I can find it real quick though. Give me just 1 second. Give me 1 second. Because it's deep in here. It's deep in the belly of the beast. Let's see. Concept episode. Pre-shoot. No, this is something completely different. Yeah, that's something completely different. We'll get to that. We'll get to that later. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Found it. Okay, give me a second, everybody. So yeah, all right. So this panel right here. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. Don't know why I did that. Yeah, this panel right here. You can tell the weaponry is very much Halo inspired. You can see about how some of the weapons are charging up. Like they look like the assault rifles and the rocket launcher. The way that the double barrel rocket launcher. But this in particular panel here, though, was inspired by one of my favorite creators, Zarel. Let me see if I can find it real quick on YouTube. I don't want to have to do a big deep dive search, but yeah, give me a second. Let me see if I can find it, Zarel. Okay, cool. I actually did find it. So let me go ahead and just do this. Let's see if I can find it just by screens. But yeah. So yeah, this little scene right here. This scene from Zarel's work, from like one of his earlier pilots. This scene literally inspired that panel. And like I said, this is from that original version I made. So this is from this comic that I made of Unbreakable Ranger, like 2017. This is the scene that inspired it, and basically, obviously, hold on, I just realized. But yeah, so as you can see right here, this was the inspiration. It's definitely flipped and stuff, but this is the whole inspiration for this little scene right there. Because dude, I fucking love Zarel's work, man. His stuff is so cool. I'm so happy about like Monkey Wrench, but like I've been following this dude since I was like a little kid, all the way back in like early middle school. I have been obsessed with him, like as a creator. He's fantastic with what he does. But yeah, like this is just one of those little references there, to that little pilot. You could still see it on like his Newgrounds and such, and also of course on YouTube. But like it's not on his main YouTube page. You gotta look at a different source in order to read it and such. That's funny. I have a panel in the first chapter of my comic based on a panel of yours. Oh, yeah. That's funny. All right, let me go back on down here. Okay. But yeah. And so, of course, again, you can see the fucking rocket launcher inspired by Halo. Haha, hee hee, ho ho. These guys really were just inspired by, like, the Halo armor. This is just very Halo inspired there. I'm not even gonna lie, dog. Then we have Ben going up against the wall. Of course, right here. And I'll probably go over like the original pilot version of this because it's very similar up until a point. But yeah, back onto this. So mainly some of the updates that I did do was just like touching up Fleetwood's hair. It's not always consistent as you see. Like it looks like that younger looking hairstyle, not hairstyle, but like hair color. So I need to get back and make sure that everything like there's all fully updated. Yeah, no idea why those 2 pages are just gone. But yeah, so nothing really much to report. But one thing I will mention is just all the different color swapping. So this is something I want to go back to from Unbreakable Iron Ranger. Funny enough, they never remind me of Halo. They remind me of Fallout. And here's the thing: I never played Fallout when I was working on Unbreakable Iron Ranger. But the reason why I said they're based by Halo is because just the color scheme, they're based off of like Master Chief's armor. But they were based off of more of like those grunts from that pilot that Zarel made for that OCT that he entered in. So there's that. They get inspiration from certain creators and slowly morphing into your own styles always as you go on is neat. No, yeah, exactly. But back to what I was saying about the color swapping. So this color swapping, if you couldn't tell, is heavily based on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because it just was such a big fucking inspiration to me. It's one of my core things. So yeah, I really want to get back to making sure I do this more. With Peacemaker, I may end up going black and white just to keep production afloat. But I miss doing this. I love doing it. It's a nice chance to just go back and do different colors and such. Also, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this real quick. Give me a second. Let me go on back into the Clip Studio Paint real quick. So as per this memory right here, we'll get to this in a moment actually. So hold on, give me a second. So let me go back down here. We'll prove onto here in a moment. But yeah, not much else. So actually, here's the thing. Originally in this episode, Fleetwood was not intended to be seemingly killed off, nor was Styx. You can always publish in black and white first and do so in color edition later. No, yeah, I do have plans for that, though. I do have plans to do that. But back to what I was saying here. So, like, originally, Fleetwood and Styx were not supposed to die. In fact, let me see if I can find the original pages for that as well. So we could talk about that. Give me a second. I'm going to find them because I know I have them stored. I'm really glad that I have a lot of this still stored. Thank goodness. Let me see. I ended up... Oh, looks like I might have ended up... Oh, wait. Do I have the JPEGs of those still? The JPEGs probably have the original version. Yeah, there we go. I still have the original... I think? Hold on. Let me see if I can find more of the original stuff. Because I know I have like one of the original pages. Where is it? Where is it? Come on now. Come on. All right, Prince old. Okay, it should be here. It should be here. Ah, okay. Found him. Found him. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Also, when Bed starts doing the Doras, there was no question in my mind that you were a JoJo man. Oh yeah, that little thing. All right, so here is the original of that old page. Basically, like and Fleetwood just looks like fucking like Mad Dog, dude. Just a lot more than the original. Look at that, dude. Just like nah. Look at that. But yeah, originally you actually would see like the beeping of the little bombs planted on the ships. And it was just the ships themselves that were blowing up. And Flea was just like, the boats, you cheeky little hillbillies. Attaboy, Ben. What, didn't think hillbillies could step ahead of you now? We set the charges to keep y'all from tailing us. Funny how easy this was, right, Sticks? I missed that. There wasn't that, like, a fucking thing. But the point being, the reason why I went back on that, and I didn't want to keep that was because of the fact that, like, it felt weird having Ben just go off and do these things on his own, with Fleetwood still being there. On the one hand, it was a good motivator. You could argue that, like, oh, Ben's still following on this mission, even though his his grandpa is still left behind and such. But I was just kind of like, you know what? I want to change this to make it more like Ben. No, Ben's got to stay focused on the mission at hand. And also had a little bit more drama and weight to it, like, Ben's gotta finish this. He's the last one out of this whole thing left. This story is seemingly over. And so Ben, he's got to carry on. And so I decided, I'm going to go retroly back act and then make it seem like, oh, they're gone. And then when Styx shows up later on, it's like Styx and Fleetwood show up later on. It's like, oh shit. I did spoil that a little bit for the people that didn't know about that, so I do apologize. But yeah. Anyway, so over here. So originally, I didn't have any plan. So as I was making this comic, I was trying to figure out where Ben would live because I kind of just started drawing like a forest area. I was like, wait a minute, where the hell in Texas would Ben be able to live here? Like, where would Fleetwood's house be? Because my brain was just like, oh, this is kind of like looks more like Georgia instead of Texas. And then I found a place, Huntsville, Texas. So I just decided that to be the place where Fleetwood lived. But anyway, back onto here. We have Ben over in his grandpa's forgery. And onto this memory verse. So originally, this memory verse was Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. And it's like, in terms of Christianity, it's not a bad one, but like it was kind of too simple because the whole thing about it was trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding, in all his ways acknowledge him, and he'll keep you path straight, essentially. But I was like thinking more about it, I was like, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense because I mean, like, yeah, Ben's got to learn to be trusting and stuff, but like at the same time, it doesn't make sense in the context of this story, and it's one of those things you have to go back and double check to make sure everything fits the story. The memory verse from Second Timothy versus Second Timothy. Shoot, did I even put the right thing in? Yeah, 4:7 is I have fought the good fight, I have run the race, I have kept the faith. And I thought this fits in way better with the message of Unbreakable Rangers pushing through all this adversity. The world's changing. The world is changing. It's not going to be the same world you thought when you were younger, but you got to keep pushing. Got to keep pushing. I thought that was a much more relatable message, and not as just slapped in, because the problem is when you put in elements from like whatever faith or beliefs you have, it's so easy to just be like, oh, this is something that I know, I'm just going to slap that in, and it's very dysfunctional and disjointed, and it's something you got to be careful of, obviously. So I was just like, I want to change it to make it fit more naturally to the story, because just by itself, it's just like the equivalent of like putting in John 3:16 or something like that. It's just like a generic verse that has no actual meaning or significance. It's just there. So that's why I changed that. Now, onto this scene. So this scene was actually inspired by one of my favorite series, The Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. Those scenes of like, give me a second. Of like Ash Williams just getting into the forge and setting up stuff. Hold on, let me get to. Whoops. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna look for the little forge scenes. All right, so Evil Dead 2. Let me find that. But yeah, like this scene. Yep, there's that scene. Let me find the Army of Darkness one. Give me a second. Army of Darkness. Go. Give me a second. Let me find that one. This one as well. I freaking love these scenes. Like, these are such a big... Like, I love the Evil Dead movies. These are such a big inspiration for Unbreakable Iron Ranger as well. Yeah, that fucking scene, just like this. Now, of course, Ben doesn't say groovy here, but like like with the panels, you can tell it's just like those little simple like do. And Berserk finally left Mirror. I love this movie. Oh no, yeah, I remember the lore on that. I remember seeing the Did You Know Anime episode of like Demolition D talking about it, and like of like him Mirror like when he saw this movie, he was like, "What the fuck?" Like just seeing the similarities between like Ash and Guts similarly having like that prosthetic hand and him actually having that worry of like, oh no, people think I'm gonna be copying from this, and like that's a thing I've had too, like in certain episodes, and we'll get to them whenever we do get to them, but it's like, you know, a little bit of weird like, oh, people are gonna think I'm copying this, oh no, like it's just so funny, it's funny, but like this whole scene of like the forgery scene was just, I love the Evil Dead. I just love the way that Raimi shot everything there. But yeah, like those just single like do. It's very comic book inspired as well, so it just made it easy to just be like, okay, focus on this. And I haven't done anything like that since until about like episode 5 and then episode 11. I really want to get back to doing this stuff because I love doing this kind of type of thing. But yeah, there's not really much else to talk about here, I don't think. So why don't we go ahead and just talk about like the characters themselves and like their different music inspirations and stuff, because there's always different music. There's always different music inspirations. Haha, hee hee, ho ho. But anyway, so I think it's pretty obvious for Fleetwood. Everybody probably knows, like hearing the name Fleetwood, they were probably thinking, okay, so he's based off of Fleetwood Mac, and you're correct. You're correct on that. But he's also based off of the Mac. Michael part also came from a different artist, Christian band Third Day. Lead singer is named Mac Powell. So yeah, can't speak today. But that's where that came from. But he is definitely based off of like a Fleetwood Mac. And I will say this, as cringe as you can call me, I freaking love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. And Guardians of the Galaxy 2 especially influenced a lot of the story of Unbreakable Iron Ranger. And The Chain was one of my favorite songs from that movie. I love the fact of the music selection in those movies. It's fantastic. It only made me more resolved to put in more music references, because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was already making me like the idea. And then, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy. But, you know, just Guardians of the Galaxy and, of course, Guilty Gear. But those things, I love series that just you integrate the music references like that. And not just like, oh, only named references, but also think a lot more about those references. But, yeah. Anyway. So, can't get back to that. But yeah, Ben Young is actually based off of a number of different artists with the name Young. So, the band Styx was a huge inspiration for this episode and the characters. Maybe because you have Dr. Styx, of course. But Ben actually shares a similar namesake to one of the main vocalists of Styx, Dennis DeYoung. Ben Young. Ben Young also takes his name inspiration from the artist Neil Young and Jonathan Young. I fucking love Jonathan Young. He's one of my favorite indie artists of all time. But with Ben, with the Neil Young inspiration, it's kind of funny. It's twofold for both him and Fleetwood, because the two songs from Neil Young that inspired both of them. For Ben, it was Heart of Gold, and for Fleetwood, it's Old Man. Which is funny because like the songs are basically describing another person. So for Ben, Heart of Gold, it's basically someone describing Ben, what they're searching for, and it's basically let me explain better, because I was trying to explain it when I was preparing this a while ago. But anyway, so for Ben's song inspiration, Heart of Gold is basically would be like Fleetwood singing about it to Ben, and that kind of thing. Just looking for like someone that actually is capable of being this hero, being this Heart of Gold to take on this world. And for Ben, for Old Man, for Fleetwood, it's basically Ben singing about, you know, Fleetwood. It's just saying there's a lot similar to us and stuff, like you. And it gets more important later on down the road. Another song that was used was for Styx was Dr. Roboto, because Styx obviously is based on the band Styx, but the two main songs for him from Styx are Mr. Roboto and Heavy Metal Poisoning. And then there's another song that was used to inspire him, which is from King Crimson, 21st Century Schizoid Man. And of course, JoJo fans know that King Crimson, that's Diavolo, and Doppio, that was used for his inspiration as them. But for Styx, it applies later on. Mr. Roboto was also used similarly for Ironworks. It doesn't make sense a whole lot. It'll make more sense later on down the line, of course, for both of them. But anyway, as for the guards, there wasn't really an inspiration for music-wise for them. I just called them bloodhounds. And truth be told, I thought there was like a music reference that I took from them, but I just couldn't remember. I think it might have been Three Dog Night, but again, not bloodhounds. I think I just might be like grasping at straws here, just trying to remember. But yeah, that's about like the size of it. Is there anything else that might be forgetting to talk? Oh yeah, the character inspirations and stuff. So yeah, obviously you look at like Ben, and you can definitely tell like, oh, this dude's based off of like Vash Stampede. From JoJo, you probably think of it as progenitor Aura, Josuke Higashikata. You're correct, but also Jonathan Joestar is another inspiration for Ben's character as well. And there's also other characters as well. Ash Williams is another character inspiration for Ben. Obviously, Ben is not as sneering or snarky as Ash is, but they both have that same sort of like hapless hero kind of vibe, just like being thrown into this fucked up situation and just trying to survive. And they're just like, well, dude, I'm just trying to make it out of this shit in one piece. But the inspiration for Ben's cybernetic limbs is actually from Edward Elric from Fullmetal Alchemist. That was one of my first forays into manga. Still one of my favorite manga of all time. Fantastic. But yeah, there's that. There's a couple of other inspirations, like more older series like Cyborg 009. Ben has an outfit that's similar to that, but he's based off of like Joe, the Cyborg 009 himself. I feel like I might be forgetting some other things. Let me double check. Did I forget anything? I have like this whole freaking thing. Oh yeah, of course, Mega Man. Mega Man's another important one. Mega Man's another important one. And you can tell by like, you know, like you have Ben Young, you have a big robot as well with Ironworks, and then you have Styx. It looks like a fucking Dr. Light and Dr. Wily type of thing. So yeah, you're astute in your observations. You thought Dr. Light, Dr. Wily, and Mega Man for each of those characters respectively. Also, a fun fact about Ironworks is if you play Castle Crashers, the inspiration for his face is actually based off of a mix of the Cyclops from that game and Mankind the Wrestler. Which is funny because Ben's more like Mankind the Wrestler, but that little mask is based off of Mankind the Wrestler. And of course the Cyclops from Castle Crashers, which is just really funny. I remember just thinking about one of those, like, oh yeah, that's a neat design, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to use that, and it just kind of became that, because originally Ironworks was just a lot more human looking like Ben, and then I changed it up, and that little one eye thing actually kind of made him a lot more distinctive a design. So there's that. Anyway, back on topic. Let's see. Oh yeah, also you can see with Styx, the little tie right there. You see those Styx ties there. That's definitely still has those JoJo vibes where they had like the names on them, and that was 100% based off of Yoshikage Kira's like tie thing. So 009 was the first thing I was reminded of when I read this in 2019. Oh no, yeah, I'm really glad about that. That means I don't know. I feel comfortable when people like recognize the inspirations. I've always been more open, like, oh, dude, you recognize this. And when they compare it to that, I don't get mad. I only get mad when they're like, oh, this is just a worse version of that. But if they're just like, hey, yo, this reminds me of so-and-so. I was like, or they bring up the comparisons. I'm like, hey, that's great. You recognize one of the inspirations. I only get mad at it when they're actually trying to be like, oh, this is just a watered-down version of this, which I've never had. I've never had that. But I'm always happy when people recognize the inspirations because I'm like, yes, let's discuss this in great detail. Oh, fuck. Back on the bed. Scrolling the fuck down. Alright, but anyway, back onto this. So, I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else. Do I have anything else? Oh, yeah, back onto Fleetwood. Obviously, with Fleetwood, you could tell very much Sam Elliott vibes. He just looks like that very stereotypical old man you would see in a Western. And that's very much by design because of the Western vibes for this series. Styx himself, though, wasn't just based off of Dr. Wily, but he was also based off of Dr. Nefarious from the Ratchet and Clank series. In fact, that's the main thing I usually think of with Dr. Styx, is more of Dr. Nefarious, and him having that voice that Dr. Nefarious has. But yeah, Ironworks, there's not really much else inspiration-wise for him besides, like general robot design from the Mega Man series, and of course the Cyclops from Castle Crashers. That's about it, really. Let me double check my notes just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I'm always forgetting something. But yeah, I don't know if I can really talk about like the voice inspirations here. I may make a different video about that later on. Explains the pointy head low. Oh no, yeah, literally. That's literally why he has that pointy head. I want him to have a fucked up skull. It was based entirely off of Nefarious just having that fucked up looking skull. It just literally was. Oh, hi there, Invincible Lobster. Welcome to the stream. We're just talking about webcomic and doing a fun little deep dive and discussion about it. But yeah, that's about it. Let me double check just to make sure I'm not talking about anything else. Let's see. But yeah, is there anything you guys want to ask real quick before we move on to the next episode? This is the Q&A segment now, so literally any questions, you guys are free to go ahead and ask. If you have any questions about like this episode specifically or characters, be free to ask. We're going to go ahead and just do a little Q&A thing before we start episode 2, so if you have any questions, go ahead and ask and stuff. Yeah, I'll wait a little bit. So will Dwight be a character in UIR Peacemaker? So he is already a character in UIR's standard. But yeah, I do understand why you're asking that, because like he was originally a more like an actual side protagonist that was with Ben early on. But then that kind of got moved around and changed. My intent was to bring him as a more main character here again, but that just didn't end up working. But for Peacemaker, I do want to bring him in more, if possible. But like I said, he was already brought into this comic. I just wasn't using him a whole lot like I was in F1 Origins, which is kind of funny because there's sometimes characters that you in your when your finalized series you end up just not using, and you think, oh, they're going to be important characters and stuff, but then when you finally make it, it's like, oh well, shit. This is always funny. I was bringing Benjamin to reference in mind early on. Was more like, oh, this works type of moment later on. So I won't lie, Blow Me Away was another song that influenced stuff because I was a big Halo fan. And, of course, Breaking Benjamin was another artist I listened to. But really, though, it kind of wasn't an inspiration for Ben. At least not early on. At first, it wasn't because I wasn't thinking about it too much. But then, as I developed Ben, I was like, oh, no, yeah, this is a good song reference for Ben and to develop his character. But, yeah. In fact, another thing that I completely forgot that is Ben Young is actually based off of the tale of Beowulf. Like, the UIR, this series, is based off of the original epic Beowulf. And while it's like Ben is, of course, Beowulf, and Ironwork's actually Grendel. I mean, it's kind of weird having him fight Grendel and lose early on, but you'll see what I mean later on. It's basically more like the equivalent of like how Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is just basically a retelling, or basically just like it's just like a reinterpretation, retelling of the Odyssey, essentially. But yeah, is there any other questions that anyone has before we continue on? Like I said, the floor is open. So for any questions you guys have about this episode in particular, I'm fully happy to answer. So I'll give you guys a moment. Let me put up some can. Go ahead and throw away that. But yeah, I'm just going to wait for anyone to ask you more questions, and if no one has any more questions, we'll continue on. I just want to give the floor a moment. Gonna wait one more minute. Chili Lime, hello there. Hello, we're just talking about... Hello, Chili Lime. Hope you're doing good. We're just talking about my webcomic and things like that, and just having a little fun discussion night. Alright, so let's see. Do you intend to make the setting guide lore document for the fans? So I've made documents like that before. Sorry, by the way, Vengeful Lobster, for not seeing that earlier. I've made documents before, but I'm going to make a brand new compiled version here soon, since I've been doing this relaunch. I'm definitely going to be doing that, because one of the things I'm doing with the website right now, actually, let me get to that, is this Unbreakable Iron Ranger page. I'm going to try to add in more lore and things like that, so that people are able to see the characters and talk about them and get some information about them and all that stuff. Like right here, you have these little like character bio sheets I've been working on. I haven't gotten everybody yet. I mean, obviously I'm missing a couple. Like I'm missing Arachne because I'm dumb. And I'm missing Jeff because I'm also dumb. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing there and what I'm intending to do. All right. Okay, besides that, is there any other questions, or are we wanting to start the next episode? I just want to make sure first before we continue on, but yeah. Also, I'm just looking at the chat, like the stream, and it is delayed. I feel bad about that. That's no one else's fault. I just think that's just how like things are just like delayed streaming wise and such. It's just funny. Let me take a look. Actually, so let's see. I don't know what's hard at these episodes. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Lunar says all good. So I'm just gonna assume then that everybody's pretty much good. And we'll get on to episode 2, Gator Country. All right. So I'm gonna browse through just to make sure that all the pages are good. No broken pages, no broken pages, no broken pages, no broken pages. Oh, thank goodness. No broken pages. No broken pages. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, so we can go ahead and get started on this. I'll go ahead and just zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, so let's get started. Episode 2, Gator Country. So immediately off the bat, this was originally named Sweet Home Alabama, but I changed that to a more fitting title for the episode, Gator Country. And I'll get to that later once we talk more about the inspirations for this episode and such. But yeah, let's kick right on into the shindig. You're a strange little man. Don't know what someone like you is doing here. Gators get pretty darn big down here in this area. I'm telling you now, boy, it's dangerous. They'll eat you alive. Oh, I fully understand it's dangerous. I came here to Alabama to find this thing. If it's real, that is. Oh, I fucking love this. Wow! Wow! I forgot what I had underneath here under Ben's hand, because there's like this WS. Oh, it's Wow News. Wow News. It's supposed to be like one of those shitty-ass tabloids. That was the intent behind this. New TV show, page 4. Cholesterol cures cancer. So that's actually a reference to the Back to the Future series. In fact, I don't have it available on me right now, but in 2015, I actually went with my dad to Seattle to help him out on a business trip for his company. Like, it was a roadshow type of thing. And we actually got to go to Seattle. And on Seattle, on the little boat that, like the little big boat that they have, I don't know, a little big boat, but on the boat that they had that you just like put your car onto, and then like it transferred your car and yourself over to the other side of the lake to go to the next part of the city. They had like newspapers out. It was literally the newspaper from Back to the Future 2, because the movie takes place early on in 2015. And it literally recreated the whole newspaper. One of the little funny little tidbits in there was the cholesterol cures cancer. And I added that in there just as a little ha hee hee funny. Also, this was in 2018, so this is while I was in college doing DMPT, because that was my associate was in design, media, and production technology. So we were doing magazine design and things like that. So I just took inspiration for this little thing and just made this little shitty gator monster thing that's based off of the little dumb tabloids that we see in real life, and also like the ones more so in the Men in Black movie, that kind of thing. So yeah, sorry about that rambling. Let's get back to the comic. What? A Green River monster? Are you crazy? Oh, that thing has been responsible for several deaths of missing people. It'll snap you in two. So wait, that's a real thing? I forgot. What did I put there? What did I put there? What did I put there? I completely forgot. What did I put there? Do I even remember what I put on? Oh, Clearwater Tour. That's what I did. Yeah, okay. So that's actually a reference to the Creedence Clearwater. There's actually a reference to the Creedence Clearwater. Can't fucking speak today, Lord. That's actually a reference to the band Creedence Clearwater Revival. So that the Clearwater Tour there, that's what that is. It's a reference to. I remember that. Yeah. But yeah, the Green River Monsters also another inspiration from Creedence Clearwater Revival, which is their song Green River. Anyway, back onto the stuff. So it's a real thing. Many a man has gone hunting for it, but only a few have returned unscathed. Huh. I guess it might be. Only one way to know for sure. Okay, I cannot do a girl voice to save my life. So I'm just going to say in my normal voice. I do apologize. Great, just great. Another hunting looking for me. Splash, just getting on the bayou. Stretch. Oh, thanks for the ride, Mr. Jeff. Now to go through this marsh. You need me to get you through here, boy. Well, y'all probably know this place better, so sure, I guess. Alrighty, let's get going. So, question. How long has this gator monster been around for?
Roughly 3 to 4 months.
Really, huh?
Yep, along the signs of it, people have been gone missing, so folks think the Green River Monster is taking people.
Oh, that's interesting.
Of course, it is just an urban legend. It could all just be.
Huh? That's the Green River Monster? Huh. Oh, no.
Kid!
I got fucking hell. That sounds so bad.
That sounds so bad.
Oh, hey, Scarlet Mercenary. We're talking about Unbreakable Iron Ranger. I could follow up that ambush. She's this fast. Is she a project of Styx? Tuskegee. Death roll. I can't talk as a woman. I do apologize. I should have gotten Abby or someone to just voice Tama through all this. But I think Abby's actually streaming right now. Let me double check. I think Abby's streaming. But also I don't want to interrupt her. I feel bad because I don't have Phil voicing Ben. So it just feels weird. It feels weird.
Okay, so highly suggest
Sorry. So yeah, it feels weird. It feels weird doing that. It feels weird. Anyway, back onto this. Friggin', I can't fight her underwater. She's half gator, I'm half metal. I'm basically weighing myself down. I gotta get her on a better playing field here. Maybe she's not as agile on the mainland. Time to try something else with my new legs. And then he goes up into the air. I still love that stupid ass face. Kitty, you okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm not a swimmer. Hold on. Those are metal arms. You're a cyborg. Yes, look, I'll explain later, but oh, shoot. Sorry, gotta move. Well, now, gotta say, I'm impressed. You survived my Tuskegee death roll. And that's a problem. You're the Green River Monster in the flesh hunt. Now then, time to take down another pesky hunter. Hunter, wait, does she think I'm here to... Oh. Wait, hold on, Miss. I ain't a hunter. Pow. Oh, my leg. My leg! Oh, by the way, fun fact, it's kind of in between in this whole thing, but Tama's legs actually were segmented. And then I changed when I was doing a new page here. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I'm getting too early. Sorry, I do apologize. Anyway, my leg with Tama. All right, fine. That won't stop me. Ma'am, I'm not a hunter. I came to protect you from someone else. Protect? Yeah, sure. You ain't fooling me, boy. Tuscaloosa, fucking ick. Man. Tuscaloosa Pike Kick. And by the way, fun fact, all of these tech names are based off of different cities and towns in Alabama. As you see here, Talladega Lariat. That's another one. A lot more people know about Talladega. Talladega Lariat. Some hunter you are, punk. You're practically a greenhorn, even with those metal arms. Are you stupid or just a decoy? Right. I'm not a fighter. I wasn't even trying to start a fight here. I'm just here to make sure you're safe. What are you talking about, huh? I'm here to protect Crips like you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm here to keep Crips like you safe. Like hell, I believe that. I've dealt with too many of you hunters to be stupid enough to fall for some bull like that. Hey, could you stop? just being like, this. These are the moments I love with Ben when he's being snarky. It's just like, could you not right now? I'm just being nice. I'm not a hunter. I wasn't even trying to fight you back. Trying to cover for the other one, huh? Wait, hold on. What other one? And then the... Ma'am. Just back shot right there. Jesus crackers. What? I have no idea who you two are, but thanks for keeping it distracted. Didn't think I could catch you. I appreciate your help. Now, if you two rednecks could step aside and drop the overgrown lizard, I have a bounty to collect with her. And then Tama, I catch. Yeah. Ma'am, are you alright? I thought, aren't you with him? Why are you caring about me? I told you, miss, I ain't here to hunt you or anyone. I'm here to keep you and others safe from someone. I'll fuck off, damn it, 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 damn it. Summon one. Fuck, I gotta fix that. Damn it. Damn it, man. Speaking of which, hey you, who are you? If you're with Dr. Sticks at Horror Show, then they're kaput. You're not taking another crypt. Eh? Okay, I don't know what Dr. Sticks or whatever you're blabbing about, but some tycoon wants the Green River Monster. But if you want a name, it's Loda Base. Night Lead. Ben's got in the back shot. Oh no. Oh no. Boy, are you crazy now? Your back is wounded? How did you... What the... My back's healed? How the hell? Sorry, I'm really bad. I'm just reading through. I'm probably ruining y'all's experience with this shit. I do apologize. What are you... Base, was it? Listen good, you hear? I ain't wanting to stir more trouble, so I'll give you this. Leave here now, or you won't be picking up that gun for a while. You think a scrawny redneck like me can like a step
I can't fucking speak. My goodness gracious. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm such a dumb bitch. I'm such a dumb bitch.
Anyway, let me blow it. Anyway, back onto this. Oh shit, we got a lot more people here tonight. Okay, hello everybody. We're in the middle of we have like 18 people following. Holy shit. We're in the middle. Oh, now it's 7:50, but still, a lot more people are here. So we're just talking about my comic. We're reading through it and doing fun little discussion about it. Yeah. Anyway, back onto this. Sorry if you hear my dog. My dog's barking. You think a scrawny redneck like you could threaten me, huh? I don't know what they're doing with my dog down there. Screw that regeneration. I'll just turn you into Swiss. And then I'll take that monster, turn it into my employer, and I'll be rolling in dough. Can't fucking speak to that dude, man. If I didn't have other people in the house, I would start yelling and actually acting the shit out. But there's no soundproof in my room to save me. Turn it all. And then, pew, pew. You rotten piece of... Wow, Birmingham Roundhouse. So, someone else besides Nimrod here trying to look for me. Is that true, Mr. Lone Ranger? Yep. Name's Ben. That Dr. Sticks guy I talked about was hunting cribbits and the mutants. Horror Show, though, is defunct. And that guy's dead. Now, what's your name, miss? Thomas Sawyer. So, were you captured at one point? Yep. Horror Show wanted to weaponize the aura I have. They wanted to utilize it for their own gain. Wasn't expecting that base, guys, though. If it isn't only Sticks that's after you. We need to get out of here quick and out of sight.
If it's another ride you need, I think I can help with that.
Y'all can fly a biplane?
You bet, boy. Meet old good tree-top flyer. Yeah, sure, she's a bit old, sure. But she'll get you back to Texas safe and sound.
Well, ready, Miss Sawyer? Look at that fucking unsure Tama is. Look at that. And now to a nice little house where Ben is making pancakes. Glad to see my mill arms can still flip a hot cake. Thank you, Docky, for such a good design. And Tama, of course, is working out. 98, 99, 100. Ha ha, hee hee. She can do 100 of them. Hey, up at breakfast before I head off? This is so good. Thank you. So, yesterday you said you were an experiment because of that blue aura thing you got. Well, to be honest, I don't know what that is, Tama. Hold on. You don't know? Sadly, no. It just appeared when I tried to get a kid off the street. It happened 6 months ago. Kid was in the path of traffic. I rushed from the other side of the street to shove him out of the way. Got him out of the way, but wasn't able to like I thought. I wasn't able to like I thought. Yet, I survived. Then, a few months later, Dr. Sticks sent out his creation, the Ironworks. Took me, my grandpa, Dr. Fleetwood to Horror Show. After a month of imprisonment and experiments, my grandpa helped me escape, and now I have one mission from him. To keep this world safe from men like him, and Crips like you safe. Truck could. No. Yeah. Ha ha hee hee. Ben Isekai. It's funny you say that, though. It's funny you say that. Ha ha hee hee. Hold on now. Did this Ironworks have a black vein in one eye? Yes. Yes, it did. Wait. Was it after you, Tama? Yeah. See, before this mutation, my dad was training me to be a wrestler like him. Leonard the Savage was his name, and I was his successor from when he retired. So he trained me the way he was trained. Gator wrestling. One day, this really weird gator bit through my boot. Dad got into a tussle with it, but after ripping it off, but we thought nothing of it. Till a few days later, we started changing and becoming more like gators. Dad, however, got the brunt of the mutation trying to deal with that black gator. Then, that mellow guy you called Ironworks came, trying to take us both. Dad stayed behind to fight it off, and I was told to flee. And now here we are. Tama, don't worry. I'll find your dad. And I gotta let what happened to me and you keep happening to others. You mean it? I promise, Tom, I will. Thank you, cowboy. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not good at talking as women. I do apologize. Anyway, so let's talk about the backstory a little bit of this episode. So, fun fact, actually, the episode after this, episode 3, was where Hayes' episode was actually supposed to be episode 2. And this was a little structure I had back in like 2017. But in 2017, guess what? There was a certain shooting that happened in Las Vegas. And I was planning on doing this episode with Hayes in Las Vegas. So I decided to push off things and give more time in the oven to work on this a bit better. So this became the episode 2 instead. And I thought, oh, this would be better because like Ben hasn't seen Tama yet. And Tama's an important character as well. And I wanted her to stay. Everybody loved Tama from FON Origins. So I wanted to keep her and bring her more in the spotlight. Anyway, let's talk about some of the little fun facts about this episode as well. So, I wanted to go ahead and say it because it's not too obvious in episode 1, but there is a lot of inspiration from Samurai Jack for Unbreakable Iron Ranger. And it's mainly more prevalent within these backgrounds, essentially. The backgrounds of Samurai Jack were a huge influence, as well as the paneling layout of early Unbreakable Iron Ranger. I want to bring that back, of course, both of them. It's going to be kind of hard to do for black and white for these different kind of colored backgrounds. But I feel bad for just giving up on it. I want to get back into it. But yeah, so Samurai Jack was a big influence. And so that's what all these backgrounds are based off of, was the Samurai Jack backgrounds there, as well as the paneling too. Fun fact about Jeff, by the way. Jeff was literally just meant to be like a one-off character. And I ended up liking him too much. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep him, and he's going to be a part of the thing. And I started basing him more off of my Uncle Kebby. And my Uncle Kebby is one of my favorite uncles, obviously. When I say something like that, but I can't speak today, Lord. But my Uncle Kebby, great dude. He's a former Green Beret, and just really nice, rough tumble guy. So I started influencing a lot of like Jeff's personality from him. But Jeff's voice and mannerisms are actually based off of something else. And we're going to get to that in just a second. I very much see that. It gives me the vibe of that episode where he charged with the Scotman fights of all those gators led by the pig and stuff. No, yeah, that's actually what episode I took reference to. Was that swamp episode where like Samurai Jack meets the Scotsman. That whole episode was the big inspiration for like the environment for this episode. So, yeah, you're not wrong at all. That's 100% the inspiration there. But yeah, so on Jeff, though, Jeff's voice. Let me find it. Hold on. Let me see. It looks like a mix of one grumpy of the Lonesome Ghost from one of Mickey Mouse cartoons. That's about I'm getting from him. Well, here's the thing. So, hold on. Ernest P. Worrell. So he's like the voice I have for him, and I don't think any one of y'all know what the fuck I'm going to be talking about here, but this is something that's greatly part of my childhood, and that's Ernest P. Worrell. Jim Varney, the actor. You probably know him from like movies like Atlantis and Toy Story. Like he was Slinky in the first movie before he passed away. But Jim Varney and like Ernest P. Worrell is like one of my favorite. I love Ernest.
Hey, Vern, look what I found in my daddy's closet. I bet you this is from the big one. WW2. Boy, I bet them were some great times. I know, because I never miss Hogan's Heroes on WDBJ7. With Schultz and Hogan and Commandant Klink. Hogan's Heroes. Weekdays on your hometown station. You know, Vern, this must be some kind of a cigarette lighter. I know nothing. I see nothing.
But yeah, that's who Jeff is based off of voice wise. Yeah. Oh, it's the Ernest guy. Yeah, exactly. Like if you've seen like Ernest Saves Christmas and stuff, like then you probably know who I'm talking about there. But like I fucking love Ernest, and so like the voice I have in mind for Jeff is basically Ernest, like Jim Varney. And so yeah, but that's one of my favorite things. So it's a little bit of my favorite stuff that I grew up with. I can't even hope to memory the Pig's Wonderful Chef voice. You hear Kevin Mike Richardson barely contain his laughter. Hold on. I wish I could, again, if I didn't have people here right now, I would 100% go into that whole fucking pig voice there. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let's see. But yeah, I have to yell in order to do that. I have to yell in order to do that thing. But unfortunately, I can't. I wish I could. Maybe another stream. But yeah, so more things. So actually, originally as well, there was, in the original script for this, I think it's still up on the Webtoons version, maybe. I don't know. But in the original instance of this, honestly, that's a good fit for Jeff. He was a fun character to voice while reading it. No, yeah, he's basically meant to be like this cartoonish looking character, but when it comes down to it, he is there for the crew. He's basically like the adult figure. He's the uncle figure for the crew, like the good old uncle for the crew. But like he's very cartoonish, and he still stays that cartoonish looking even after the designs got a lot more. Got a little bit more like a proportional, quote unquote, even though a lot of characters got bigger in certain ways. But anyway, back on to what I was saying though. What was I about to say? Fuck, I'm trying to remember. Shit. Oh, let's see. We were talking about Ernest. Oh yeah. So the boat. So this little boat design right here. Literally, I was just thinking more of like, okay, well, how's Ben going to travel through the swamp? And I know that this is something that's commonly used when you're traveling through the swamp, is these little like quote unquote airboats. But I remember like fucking, like the fucking shit. I used, Flex Tape, Flex Seal, all that shit. Like Phil Swift. Like I was just like, I'm gonna put the airboat in. I'm thinking way too much about this thing, so I just want to put the airboat in. And so that's just why Ben's just traveling through the airboat. It makes sense. It makes sense for like traveling through a swamp, but also it's just like I just want him to do that. I always sound like a one regular guy among a bunch of powerhouses. He's just a guy that sticks around because he's the goat and he loves these kids. No, basically that is it. I want to get more into Jeff's backstory because, like I said, I based it off of my Uncle Kepi, and my Uncle Kep, like I said, my Uncle Kep was a former Green Beret, but got discharged. Shit fucked him up. I'm just gonna say that, and it took him a bit to recover. And in the same way, Jeff, I do plan to actually be like a former vet that just kind of got discharged, but just kind of got displaced. Because that's shit that just happens a lot to a number of veterans who just like go into war thinking they're going to do something great, try to help their country, and then they come out of it and they're completely changed. And when they come back, no one wants them. But here, Jeff is wanted. And I really want to go more into that story. But that's why Jeff sticks around. He loves these kids. And he feels like he has a place with them, essentially. Anyway, on to Tama. So, Tama, as you guys figured out by now, a lot of people know about her at most of my characters. I wonder why. Tomboy, Southern Tomboy. Well, it's not like it's part of my brand or nothing. But yeah, Tama's is a wrestling gal. But more about Tama specifically. Can't speak today. But more about Tama specifically. So, with Tama, she's actually based off of a lot of women in my life. I don't mean like romantic stuff, but like just growing up, just more on the Southern women in my life. And it was one person in particular that I heard. Because when I was growing up in music theater, one of the things that happens is whenever you're training in music theater, you get whatever original accent you had beaten out of you. Because the point of music theater is you need to have like a neutral accent in order to transition to different voices and accents and stuff. So you had to like train your voice out of it. Like whatever accent you had. But there was one person that, even when she was being trained out of her accent, she still kept that fucking Southern accent. She's one of our closest friends. We still talk to her often. But, I don't know. She's probably not even watching these streams, of course. But still, my friend Rachel, I was a theater kid. Yeah, I was a theater kid. There's a lot of music references. Here's another thing I forgot to mention. The 24601 in episode 1, reference to Les Mis. Reference to Jean Valjean. Fuck you. You're one of my people. Yeah, apparently we're the same people there. Yeah. But back to what I was saying. So, like, but with her, it made me miss having that southern accent, and just it made me really miss, not miss like I stopped being southern, but it made me really appreciate those accents and really appreciate more like my upbringing and stuff. But yeah, so like for her, I just wanted to, that's what led into Freak of Nature. I wanted to show off more of the accents and things like that. Because let me tell you, she literally had a fucking twang to her. She was from South Carolina, not Alabama, of course. But that South Carolina accent, like, dude, it was just melodic. And even as it was like kind of like slowly fading away because of theater, it was still there. Nothing could fully pierce it, essentially. Nothing could pierce it. It was still there. I'm going to reread everything looking around for musical references now. Oh, you're going to find a few. You're going to find a few. But back to what I was saying. But for Thomas, she's based off of a lot of like the women around me, like those very tomboyish women from the South. Because here in the South, Dama doesn't. Like if there's a woman from the South, non-zero chance they're gonna have very tomboyish tendencies and such. But yeah, so that's what Tom is based off of. And as someone said, her name is based off of like Tom, is reference to Tom Sawyer, but it's also more specifically based off of the song by Rush, Tom Sawyer. Her full name, by the way, is Tomoko Sawyer. And fun fact, by the way, that I had is her dad, when he was writing her birth certificate, got so nervous. Instead of writing Tomoko, which was what they intended to name her, he actually wrote in Tomako. And so, like, just a little funny little reference there. But yeah, her name is a reference to Tom Sawyer, both the book, but more so the song by Rush. And her dad is named Leonard Sawyer, which is a reference to the band Leonard Skinner. And of course, Savage Savage Leonard, this stuff is a reference to Randy Savage, the wrestler. Oh yeah, brother, let me tell you, Nacho Man, Randy Savage, oh yeah. But Tama herself is actually based off of the wrestler Asuka. And you'll see more in her outfits and stuff. But also, as I mentioned, every single move of hers is named after a city or town in Alabama. Lately, I've been iffy on the subject of people trying to get other people to adopt neutral accents. So here's the thing. I understand why there's a need for a neutral accent. Like, if you're doing, like, news stuff to make things more concise. Because it is a thing that, like, some people just get turned off when they hear someone with another accent. I'm sure there's probably, like, been people that, like, come into the stream and they hear my fucking honky-tonk accent and they just go, like, ew, and just ditch. So I'm not mad about it, not offended by it. But it is something that happens. But it's also kind of sad because, like, you'll go into places like Atlanta and you don't hear anybody with, like, an actual Southern accent. But strangely, you'll probably go, like, up into New York or, like, see people from New York and they probably don't have their accent as much anymore. It's just interesting, man. Bone saws ready! Sorry. I mean, it's part of the process acting. You sometimes have to lose the accent to portray more neutral speech. No, exactly. You have to, it's something that you have to learn to do is be able to switch up your accents. Now, luckily, I'm able to do that more. Like, I can talk very southern like this. But then I can also switch over to a more Russian accent like this. You see, welcome, friends. My name is Boris, and here I'm going to teach you how to slav your car. Let's go. But yeah, that kind of thing. I like everyone has a different southern accent. It shows how diverse the South is besides just Texas. Yeah, exactly. That was another thing that I wanted to do is make sure that everybody had some kind of a different southern accent. Jeff doesn't always show it a whole lot, but he's supposed to be from Cajun territory in Louisiana. But Ben's basically Texas. Tama is Alabama. And Frankie is very much Mississippi. More so like Appalachia, Mississippi. Because she's based off of Dolly Parton. And that's just funny, but like she's based off of like Dolly Parton. So even though Frankie is in Mississippi, she lives up more northeast Mississippi towards where the Appalachia is. So, yeah. I mean, it's like the diversity of accents in America. I'm sad that when they're just gone. No, yeah, I get you. Same thing as here in Spanish dubbing. Latin America has a lot of different accents, but for dubbing, they have a neutral accent for everyone to be able to enjoy it. Yeah, I get you. It's something that I found out in the dub for Puss in Boots and The Last Witch is they actually did give the different characters proper different accents and stuff. Like they still gave Puss in Boots a Spanish accent, even though he was speaking. Even though, like that kind of thing. But they gave fucking Kitty Softpaws a Mexican accent. And the fun fact, by the way, in the Spanish dub, apparently they gave Goldilocks and the Three Bears Argentinian accents, which is really fucking funny. But yeah, I do love when they actually do commit to actually giving characters different accents because I love it because it's a great way of short form storytelling. Because because it allows to tell you immediately where they're from and give you a glimpse of their personality. And I want to make sure that originally I was going to be a madman and give everybody an accent, but I wasn't able to do that. But, we'll get to more of some of the odder accent choices, because at one point, one of the characters, Paradox, was going to have an Austrian accent, by the way. That's how in-depth I was going to be about, like, giving every character a different accent. But yeah, back onto things. So this fight here, this page that we're coming up on, these two pages here were added in for the first Indiegogo. They were added in for the first Indiegogo because I want to add in a little bit more depth to this page, not this page, but to this episode. So I added in these 2 extra pages just to lengthen the fight a bit more and to give some more character between the two. But yeah, Baze here is literally there's not much to him. He's got this very John DiMaggio voice essentially, and there's not really much inspiration behind him besides the fact that he's just kind of based off of like those gunfighters in the background in the original Trigun anime. That's what the main inspiration for him was essentially. That's what I want to do when I translate UIR. I want to give the characters an equivalent accent so that quirk of the comic doesn't get lost in translation. Yes. Please do so. Please do so. I would adore that shit, man. Please. Like the whole thing with stereotypes around Osaka accents, how they usually change them to Deep South or Italian American accents in the English dub. No, honestly, I love that. Like, here's the fun fact. Tama's mom, canonically, was from Osaka. So I kept that whole thing going. So it's just a funny little thing like that I wanted to keep going. Anyway, continuing on this, what else is in here? Like I said, Baze is just kind of based on those generic gunfighters in the original Trigun anime. So, hold on, give me a second. Sorry, I had to switch things up. But yeah. So, also, this is also another reference to Trigun, where Vash was able to like make those quick marks to stop the Nebraska family. Of course, Ben actually does. No. The Vash also does shoot people in like different non-vital spots. Of course, I returned What I Missed, episode 2, and we're just discussing things about episode 2 and such. So yeah, but yeah, so different little moves like that. Oh yeah, so the little plane here. This is what I wanted to do. Like the scene was like, I want to have Jeff be able to help. And I was literally thinking that more as I was making this episode. And so I was like, what if he didn't just fly? What if he didn't just pilot an airboat, but he also piloted a plane as well? So that's where that came from. But yeah, back over to Texas. Ben knows how to flip a pancake. And they have a good time as well. But yeah, so anyway, this little stuff here. So fun fact about this panel actually was actually from like another earlier version of Iron Ranger as well. That's another little fun fact. I just took a panel from like an old page. I don't know if I still have that page anymore, but that's where that got pulled from. But yeah, so here's a fun fact as well. Tama always dyes her hair. So she's not a natural blonde at all, even though she looks like one. She just dyed herself blonde to make herself look more like her dad, essentially. But Tama is a natural black-haired girl, but she always likes changing her hair color because there's just another reference to Asuka, like having different colored hair and the vibrant colors and such. But yeah. Let's get to the music references and such. Let's get on down to that. So as I stated earlier, this little Clearwater tour is based off of the band Creedence Clearwater Revival, and the area they're in, Green River, Alabama, the Green River Monster, is named after Green River. Jeff literally, I don't really remember where I got Jeff from. I just thought that was a funny name, just to give him, because like I said, at first he was just kind of like starting to be like a funny side character, so I just named him Jeff. Like, my name's Jeff. But his last name is Stills, which comes from the artist Stephen Stills. And that's also where this plane comes from, Treetop Flyer, which is another Stephen Stills song. And as I mentioned with Tama, she's named after she's named after Tom Sawyer, the song by Rush, but she's also based off of other songs, like for example, Love Bites, So Do I by Hailstorm, which shows off her tomboyish personality. Same thing with A Redneck Woman by Gretchen Wilson, country artist there. Yeah, just like artists like that are what inspired her essentially. Just like that southern country music type of deal, of course. As for Baze, there's only a couple song references to him because he was just kind of like at first just like a simple character. But he's named after Joan Baez. His first name is actually Hugh, and I named him after Huey Lewis, named after Huey Lewis in the news. And there's a reason why I did that. Like, I didn't give him that first name originally. It was just Loader Bays. And then I gave him that name later on because of a funny ha-ha, hee-hee, ho-ho type of reference later on. But yeah, anyway, time for more like the character designs and stuff. For Tama, really, fun fact for her. So Unbreakable and Ranger, I've always had in my mind since like as early as 2015. All right. And one of the things for Tama, she's been around as long as the series started, but originally she was playing to be a villain character, and she was like based off of Killer Croc, and was gonna be like a villain. And then eventually, when I made F01 Origins, she became a good guy instead, and so she became buddies with Ben, and that's how they became pretty good buddies. Now, that's where her whole design comes from, of course, as well as just Asuka. But yeah, that's where Tama's inspiration was. She was supposed to just be like a villain, and then now she's became basically like the equivalent of like Ben's adoptive sister, essentially. Also, that's another thing. That's another thing. A lot of people early on were thinking Ben and Tama are going to get together. I'm really happy I subverted that, but also at the same time, like if I made Unbreakable Iron Ranger today, I think I would have put them together. But at the same time, like I'm like, no, they're brother and sister. I didn't want to just have it to be like the generic, like, oh, the first girl that boy meets, they become a couple and stuff. And I think it's just nice that they're able to be like brother and sister and stuff. It's just real nice. Anyway, so more color swaps. I'm trying to remember if I remember any of the inspirations for these color swaps in here. There's not really a whole lot. They were just like little slapped in color swap references. But yeah, so that's about it for the references and character inspirations. I think for the voice references, I'll get more in depth at a later point and make a video for. But yeah, that's about it for this episode. You know, I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to go to FON Origins, and just as a fun little comparison type of thing. Oh my god. Nina lives alone. Oh my god. Alright, give me a second. We're going to go to this. And we're just going to watch we're going to read the first little bit. We're not going to read the whole thing. We're just going to read the first couple parts. Just so you can see Ben and Tama's little characters. And like also the very old artwork. As you can see here, oh my god. Like this old ass artwork. Lord. Yeah, just so you can see. This is just really janky old artwork, dog. I'm glad I improved, but like, holy shit. As you can see, we have Ben and Tama's first meeting in here. It's funny because Ben and her is just like they immediately just become pretty quick buddies. Now, of course, here they were definitely a lot more young. I would say like about like 18, early 20s. I would say more like that kind of like 19 to early 20s, kind of like age range in this little comic. How old is this? This was back in 2016. This is 2016. So, yeah, this is about like, this is 9 years old now. Holy shit. Holy shit. But yeah, and then Unbreakable Iron Ranger started in 2018. But yeah. Okay, so any questions though? Any questions you guys have about this episode in particular? We might be able to do episode 3 tonight, honestly. I was like 11. Holy shit, you are tiny. You are young. You are a child. Anyway, any questions you guys have about this series, or not the series, but this episode in particular, or anything like that? Just want to ask real quick before we do anything, before we continue to episode 3. Because I think we actually do have time to do episode 3. Things have been running along more smooth than I thought they were going to be. So yeah. Okay, Scarlett doesn't have any. Anyone else have any questions about this episode in particular, or anything else revolving it they want to ask? Saying that Tama had her legs segmented, but change it. Yeah, so originally this is just a design thing where I just had like, it's segmented off to different pieces, but I thought it would be more cohesive just to have her legs up to her torso. just to be more green. And also, fun fact that like I removed these little scales on here because I was like, the gators don't have that on their forearms. And while it looked cool, I just wanted her to look more like an actual gator hybrid as possible. I know, as like trying to be realistic as possible in a series like this. But yeah, not really about the episode in particular, but how much of the series did you plan out in advance, and how much did you make up as you went along? All right, so I had the ending in mind, but in terms of like the actual planning, I had certain beats that I wanted to hit. So the first 5 episodes, I definitely knew what I wanted to cover. I wanted to cover condensing the horror show arc into one episode. I wanted Ben to meet Tama. I wanted Ben to meet Hayes. I wanted Ben to face off against Barry, and I wanted Ben to meet Frankie. And then after that, it was honestly kind of like free game in terms of what I wanted to do. And I tried to make a new story off of that because it's like, wow, I want to figure out what I could do next. That kind of thing. So definitely the first 5 episodes, I had a solid plan for. And after that, it was just more like me freehanding it. Obviously, things changed in between the episodes and such. Okay, good. So you're not pulling a Toriyama, right? Dude, I'm going to be honest. Some of the stuff I did just plan by the seat of my pants, but other times it was also like plans ended up changing because I just realized this isn't going to work like I originally wanted to. Here's the thing about storytelling that you got to understand is you do have to be a little bit flexible with how you're storytelling. Because sometimes you just come across and realize things aren't going to work like you intended to. And you have to be able to like have a lot of idea, and you have to be able to switch around things and change things up on the fly potentially when you see that things aren't working. There's a reason why the phrase kill your darlings is an important phrase, because you have to understand what you need to do. Like for episode 1, for example, it was based off the horror show arc from F1 Origins, but I originally wanted Tama and Dwight to be in that too, but I realized I wasn't going to be able to fit all of that, especially if I was doing it in one episode. And so I had to change that, of course. I had to like change and plan that out, and that led to this whole thing. In fact, when I was talking to some folks thought maybe I should wait to have Tama actually join Ben, and she could be like returned later on, and then she would actually like accept Ben as an ally. But I was like, no, I want to have Ben actually have like a friend as he starts off this journey. So yeah, there's that. Mostly because I'm curious, how was the meeting with the Jeff cosplayer? I saw that post, I thought it was cool. Oh, dude, that made me so fucking happy back in 2022. That dude lit me the fuck up, man. That was so awesome. I really wish I could get more people, that there's more people that cosplay my characters. I really do. I also do know that it's kind of impossible because of the proportions they have. But man, that made my day, especially because, like I said, Jeff was based off of my Uncle Kepi. So seeing a character like that being cosplayed by somebody, it was based off of my uncle. It just made my heart sing. It really did. I fucking loved it, man. I loved it so much. Now I kind of get that animal accuracy autism as an autistic animal nerd myself. I get that. I plan key moments in between everything else I can freelance style. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, I do have moments that I know I want to do. I have moments that I know I want to do, but I don't know necessarily when they're going to happen. So I always just try to be like, be careful about that kind of thing. And that's something that my buddy Reactor helped me figure out, to be like, okay, plan out stuff that you want to do, but let's figure out how we can assemble and make the pieces work, essentially. And like what order they can be placed in, essentially. It's not so much removing pieces off of the board, but it's more like, okay, how can we rearrange this to make a good structured narrative, essentially. But yeah, is there any other questions anybody has, or do we want to go to the next episode? We might be able to make it all the way to episode 5 tonight, honestly. Oh my goodness, we've been going through pretty good progress so far. I'll wait a moment just to see if anyone has any questions. None from me. Okay. What's your favorite Tama's outfits? Honestly, my current favorite one of Tama is the current one that she has, which is just the little Wani outfit. Let me find the. I don't have like an up to date reference of it at the moment. So let me just see. Give me just 1 second. Hold on. Maybe just one moment. Love you, Putting. Oh, hey, Shenani! Hey, Shenani! Hey! Welcome! All right, guys, Shenani. All right, I want to talk about Shenani real quick. Shenani, wonderful artist. I just want to plug them real quick. But Shenani, wonderful artist. They actually did a cover for the Indiegogo for Unbreakable Arm Ranger. Let me find it. Okay, so there's a concept for that. But hold on, let me find it. Let me find it. Shit. Trying to find it real quick. Trying to find it. Where the fuck is it? Where is it? Fuck. Where is it? I know it's here. Where the fuck is it? Damn it. Where the fuck is it? Holy crap. Hold on. Gotta find it. Shenanigans, where is your thing? I know I have it here somewhere. There it is. Found it. They did such great work. They do fantastic work. I will gas them the fuck up. They do fantastic work. Right now I gotta wait for the violin. But look at how pretty this fucking thing is. This was one of my favorite covers ever drawn for the Indiegogo. It's so fucking good. I love it so much. It's so good. I adore it so much. They did Frankie so good. I also want to show a little concept art because I actually had it saved. I was gonna fucking do a thing where I was gonna show like the concept art like that they did, but like that everybody did for their covers, but not everybody showed me their whips. But just dude, slam my hands on the table. I can't do that without making people pissed off. But yeah, dude, this just makes my heart sing. When you sent me the poster of it, I lost my mind. Yeah, dude, I want to make sure everybody that made the posters got prints of it because they deserve to have their shit printed and posted and shown to the world. You need, dude. I really hope that you get into like some big name projects. The minute that Reactor told me about you and when you came in, I was like, you better get your ass to like doing Transformer stuff because their Transformer stuff, holy shit, dude, it's amazing. My God, it's fantastic. Oh, okay, sorry, autism moment there. Anyway, welcome Sinead. We've been talking about like Unbreakable Iron Ranger, just having like a little commentary night and just going on about the series and such. So I do apologize for the random spotlight moment. Yeah, you turn into the Yeti from Looney Tunes. I want to do a variant for Skybound, for TF Skybound Harmony. Dude, that would be amazing if you did. I know that they're going for more grittier art style and stuff for Skybound, but like, dude, I want to see you on Skybound. I want to see that, man. I want to see that happen. Dude, especially your Transformers animated artwork. Holy fuck, your Transformers animated artwork is fucking fantastic. It is beautiful. Alright, anyway. No one else had any questions about episode 2, so we're going to go on to episode 3. So, immediately about episode 3, it was originally called Get Lucky, and then I changed it to a different song reference. They changed it to Smoking Roll, which is a song from the God Hand game series. Not game series, shit. There's only one game. I just made myself sad there. I forgot. There's only one game. They didn't make anything else. They should hire you too. I don't know if I'm good enough for that shit. All right, I don't think I'm ever gonna be good enough for that shit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like I probably won't be good enough for that. But anyway, let's get to reading episode 3. By the way, I had a couple people help me with this because I wanted to get some updates on some of the Japanese in this episode. So shout outs to Stay Zenny and The Drown for the Japanese help in this episode. Anyway, let's begin. Episode 3, Smoking Roll. Oh, boy. The next crypt was said to be here at last, but a big old bunny ranch in Las Vegas? I really wasn't wanting to find the next crypt in a place as big as this. Alright, quit your belly aching. You got a crypt to find. And we have all this little stuff. Oh, by the way, the little mask bunny thing here is actually based off of like Skullgirl. Like, fucking can't speak today. It was based off of Shy Guy stuff, but also like Skullgirl's. Black Dahlia has her little side minions and stuff, having the mask sort of thing. That was based off of Black Dahlia. I can't remember the exact order of operations for this. If Black Dahlia already had her minions in the game itself, like in the storytelling before she was released. I can't remember like the order of operations there. But yeah. Skullgirls is another big influence on Break of Iron Ranger and stuff. But also this little moment of Ben belly aching comes from real life experience because back on that business trip I mentioned with my dad that I helped him out on road shows. We went to Las Vegas, and this was the year that like a Green Lantern came out. Like the let's see, when was that Green Lantern movie release date? When was that movie come out? Yeah, it was 2011. So I was back in 2011, and I remember when Alex Ahad is a huge inspiration for my art, and his stuff is peak. Oh no, yeah, same here. I fucking love Alex Ahad's work. So fucking good, dude. But yeah. But yeah, I know that she wasn't. I know that she showed up in other people's story, but I couldn't remember if she had her minions yet, like her little side bunnies. But anyway, yeah. So this is like back in 2011, first time I ever went to Las Vegas with my dad, and it was because of a roadshow thing. We saw Green Lantern. That's how I remembered the exact year. That's not the exact year, but that's one of my fond memories. The movie was ass. It was fucking terrible. But I had a great time with my dad there. But when we were driving to it, it was late at night. And I was kind of sleepy. And then all of a sudden, I see this bright beacon in the distance. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't say what the hell because when I was a kid, I didn't like swearing. Except for saying for crap. But like, I didn't say what the hell. But so I get in the distance. And there was just this burning light in the distance. And I was so confused because I didn't expect it. But like, dude, Las Vegas is fucking blinding. That is literally the most accurate term for Las Vegas. It's so freaking blinding as shit, dog. So Ben's Bellyache is based as this, just like the bright light. You'll see more later, but like, my God, as a kid, I was in middle school at the time, so I was like walking around the city. It was just like, at night, it was so bright, and like my eyes were hurting. I was like, make it stop. And then the daytime, it's just depressing as shit. Oh man, it was depressing. I believe we were inside of we were in the Lexer. Like, we were in the Lexer that we were staying in for the road show. It was funny. But like the whole, this looks just like the Lexer. Come on. This looks like Vegas. Sorry, I had a little fucking another little autism moment. But yeah, it was just so fucking blinding as shit, dog. It was cruel, but at the same time, I was like, this shit is wild. I don't like it too much. All right, back to the comic. Oh, come now. I cannot do girl voice. I'm sorry. I cannot do girl voice. I apologize, everybody. It'd be a great addition to the family here, Don't be so coy. Look, come on. I already told you I ain't about this gangster's life anymore. Oh, Toby. You and I both know no one's ever truly retired from this life. Enough, woman. Quit the nice girl act. Lucky, I ain't joining your Yakuza ever. I'm out. Wait. Hayes. Fine. And also, this little moment right here is inspired by Kill la Kill, where you like the scene of like in this Kill la Kill where like you have all the way that they like that the fucking like drag cursor movements and stuff that they do, like how the student body just like unfurls out and like I don't know how to fucking describe it, but you know what I mean. If you watch Kill la Kill, you know what I'm talking about. What the? Like I said, Hayes, you're employed for life in this gig. Hard to leave a life of crime as long as you've lived it. Besides, I couldn't let a catch like you scamper off, can I? Woman's voice. Oh, sweet Lord of the South, it's brighter inside. How? One peg of mutant to hide in a bustling place like this. Hide in plain sight is good, I suppose. Why was Crip looking for... Why was Styx looking for Crips and mutants anyway? Ramp said that Styx did robotics like him. Just don't add up here. That man was certified crazy. Ironworks was made to capture Crips. If Ironworks was built like that, what was that old crook trying to capture and use? Out of my way! Huh? But slow down, Hoss. Everything all right with you? Oh, thank you so much for stopping. I fucking love that face. I'm proud of that face. I can't remember if it was a different face I drew for Ben there, but just this little face of like, I'm pretty sure I still have the old pages, but the art's, what you're seeing here is updated art. The old art was like, I don't hate it, but like at the same time, it just did not fit with the rest of the series. It was kind of a like outlier, and we'll get to that once we're done with this episode. Hey, we've been having trouble with that little pest. I didn't think we could catch him. Oh, no problem? How can I ever repay you for this? Oh, it's no trouble. Oh, I insist. Son of a bitch. Stay away from that tramp cowboy. She's got wicked powerful pheromones that bring a merry man to his knees. Don't listen to her crap. Wait, hold on there. Pheromones? What are you talking about there? Also, I still love this face of Lucky just giving the most dead-eyed fucking, what the shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Tim Curry female voice. Frankie, get your man. It's like that odd transition period Rocky had mid part 4. No, yeah, exactly. I'll explain it later. The old art cell later. Are you when it's done? Yes, yeah, but we're actually talking about Unbreakable Iron Ranger and shit. Yeah. Turn into thorough Ravenscroft right there. How do you figure she does? Ignore him. He's just a little... Yeah, 1 second there, hon. He's just turning like... Yeah, well, 1 second, please. I'm looking for someone with crazy powers involving smokes and fumes and an impeccable sense of smell. Any gas, fume, haze, anything involving the stuff. Let me ask you this. Are you the purple haze? By the way, it's so hard not to just default to gas and because I always had to worry that people are just going to be like gas and make gas jokes whenever I reference gas with haze, especially with like how people just started like making brap and fart jokes more recent years. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to just say gas. I'm just going to say fumes and stuff. Yeah, I'm Toby Rivers, the purple haze. I can produce any gas. Oh no, I fucked up there. Oh no. How'd you even know about that, man? I'll explain later. Right now we need to get going. Whew, that went easier than I expected. Maybe this won't go south like last time. Hold it right there, you stupid redneck. I was trying to get that hunk to be our newest member, you hick. No one stops Lucky from getting what she wants. Come on out, boys. Don't let them escape. I said boys twice. I need to fix that. I need to go out and fix that. And then he brings up the sword. You got a katana. And then, boom. Ack, you sneaky little Ronin. Oh, boy, that was close there. Who was that play bunny anyway? Rennie Lucky Yoshido. Dare to be stupid starts playing. Yeah. Rennie Lucky Yoshido. She's a Gyokoto Loka. Fucking hell, I cannot pronounce that properly. I can never pronounce that properly. Gyokito. She's a Gyokito. She's a Gyokito. She's Gyokito. A yokai who runs the Bad Moon Yakuza with her siblings. Back up. Yokai? A monster from Japan. She and her big sister and brother are Gyokitos. They're like mutants, I guess. Those ears and tail on her on the real deal, man. Oh, darn it. Darn it. What's wrong? We gotta go warn those Gyokito you talked about as well. What? Listen, dude, these guys are Yakuza, Japanese mafia, and you've seen Lucky. She's a man-eater. Why would you want to protect the mafia? What the heck is this guy you're trying to keep me from and them? Mafia or not, these crips shouldn't fall into the hands of this tycoon running about hunting guys like us down. I fear they might try to use us like I was. He took me from my home, turned me into this because of my ability to regenerate and heal. Wanted to make me the ultimate weapon. Oh, I fought. My ma, my pa, my home, my life. He took it all away from me. My gramp sacrificed himself just to make sure I got out. I intend to make sure no one else ends up like me. Even these guys. You're scared. I get that. And now you talked about them, they must be tough. I ain't gonna force you to come, but just meet me at the Motel Cali a block down.
That is a reference to Hotel California. But I can't directly reference it because the Eagles are a bunch of dicks.
But I made a promise to Daki, one I intend to keep everyone safe, so they won't be hurt, used, or killed for someone's gain. And go find Black Jackie here. If it's anyone you're going to talk to here, it's her, the boss. I'll lead you to her office. Alrighty then. Let's go see Black Jackie. Up, here we go. Hi there, big bro. Listen, we have a couple of pests running around here. Hey, since no, we can. It's funny because like they're so fucking strict about like their copyright. So like there's just funny stories about like Hotel California. No, you can reference Hotel California. I'm just poking fun at them because they're notorious about that song. It's just funny. I'll probably like actually reference Hotel California, but I'm just saying it's just so funny how picky they are about that song in particular. You can reference it if you want to. I just made a joke about that because I just made a joke about that just to make a joke. So don't worry about it. Don't feel bad. I'm just saying because there's just one of those bands like with Prince's lawyers that are just so butthurt and up their own butt about like any references and stuff like that. It's just so funny. It just goes back to a lot of JoJo stuff there as well. Anyway, back onto this. Think you could calm down and kick their asses out of here for your little sister, please?
Shoichi, itashimashita.
Arigato. Man, look at this eye catch. He's just so fucking smooth. So fucking cold. Look at the fucking aura on this dude. I love this man. So, Hayes? How do you know so much about Bad Moon Yakuza? Back in the day, I was part of a gang myself. My father got me roped into it due to a debt. And I ended up with this gift. The Bad Moon Yakuza were a rival gang, but Jackie and I are on good terms. Can't say the same with her sister. The Countess. I could never forgive that witch. She took my family. She made me a pawn. If it wasn't for that man... I feel you, Hayes. I do. When we're done here, you can stay with me, my pal. I can help get you on your feet. Thanks, man.
Thud.
There's Usagi. Ohio, boys. Ohio gozaimasu. Usagi. What Donnie Darko bull is this hot mess? And then Big Throat. And there comes the giant hammer. Not giant fist, giant hammer. But still. Let me guess, you're the bouncer here. Just perfect. Now look, y'all. We're not causing any trouble. I'm just here to try and interfere with Yakuza business. Don't try to lie to me, hick. I don't think you're all together here. I don't think you understand. I've had my eyes on Hayes for a while now. I don't really care about what excuse or reason you have. I get what I want. You might be a catch yourself, but you pissed me off. So guess what? Die. And then we had the little fight between the two. Hayes, move. Boy. And then, of course, there's the Dora. Got you, Hayes. You right, man? Shouldn't I be asking you that? You were hit by a hammer into the ceiling. I've had worse done to me. What are you, man? An unbreakable Iron Ranger.
Chotomate kudasai. Chotomate kudasai. あなたの亡き理由をこの力を感じにさいます。で、どうしてティカンしたか。
So, fuck, I fucked up that one.
で、どうしてティカン。
Fucking, almost got it.
で、どうしてティカンでしたのか。
Beg pardon, sir, but I don't quite know Japanese well. What do you mean that twerp is holding back? He knew you had more strength with those metal arms. So why'd you hold back on him? I held back because I ain't trying to cause any trouble. All I'm here for is to get Hayes to safety. That's all. And despite you being a rather shitty business, you got family, I bet. And at the end of the day, my job ain't to harm others. It's to protect them. I want to make sure that Hayes and other Crips don't get misused like me. I do have a request, though. We need to see your boss, Black Jackie. Y'all need to be protected, too. Could you show us to her?
いいだろう。ここまで来たのための祈り。俺がお前を呼ばんとしちゃった。ブラックジャッキに捨てこられましょう。
What? Fine. I guess we'll take you to Jackie for that hard press. Thank you, miss. Okay, I gotta get my Charlie Adler voice. Welcome back, Hideko and Lucky. I see you've brought guests. Allow me to make the introductions. Jetto, butler to the Yoshidas and head of our security. Ayame, head of housekeeping and personal guard to our boss. I am known as Big Basho, financial advisor, also attendant to the Yoshida family, and the big boss herself, Dinah Yoshida, Black Jackie, Lady Luck herself, the queen and ace of spades, the queen... Thank you, Basho, I think they get it. Gurugame! Fucking hell. I need to add that sound effect. I need to add that fucking sound effect. Gurugamash! Forgive Basho, he's a bit of a theatric. Now then, Usagi tells me you came to protect Hayes. Besides my own sister, he's safe here. What are you trying to protect him from, then? No, ma'am. I won. I'm here because someone is after... Oh, I forgot to fix that line. I'm dumb. And who would this be, cyborg? A tycoon running about. My job is to protect any and all Crips from guys like him. Even mafia types like y'all. Well, Osaki, you dealt with them. Do you believe this boy here really is just wanting to protect people?
Hey!
He's a bit of a naive kid, but I think he's got his heart in it, Jackie. I should be fine with the cowboy. Very well, then. If that's the case, you two can get going, then. But we will keep our eye on you, cowboy.
All right, let me see if I have this straight here. One transporter van for, ghee butter snaps.
Yep. That'll be me, ma'am. And this is my good friend, Galileo Humpkins.
Your parents hated you guys or something. Just sign here.
Really, Ben? What? Ghee butter snaps? Galileo Humpkins? Look, we can't use our real names for now, so it's fake names from now on. Especially with that tycoon. And I don't trust that Yakuza either. Okay, sure. But if we are committed to the bit here, can we at least have better names? Alright, what do you have here? Alright, what do you have in mind, Galileo? Call me John Slade. Oh. That's actually a good one. I'll get to the reference to that here later, but it's one of my favorite moments between them. Sure is taking him a bit. Tell me about it, Jeff. Bloop, bloop. Howdy. About time y'all got here. Sorry for asking y'all to fly in so soon. I know you don't like flying much. So remind me again why you had me fly me on a metal death trap. I need to fix up that dialogue. It's a little too clunky, repetitive. Now you're going to bring in that Purple Haze guy back at the ranch. What gives? I wanted to make sure you weren't alone when he was staying over. So I need both of you to watch out for each other while I'm gone again. Just concerned for us. Why not just take us with you? Tama, I can't risk that. I need you both to stay at the ranch. With guys like that tycoon sending people like Bays after Crips and such, being with me on the road ain't a good idea. I know you want to help, but I need you home. Sats, I promised Hasty get a chance to be at peace. Promise you keep an eye on him? Yeah, alright, I will, Ben. Everything alright, man? Oh, Toby, let me introduce you. This is my bud Tama. Hey there, call me Hayes. Pleasure to meet you. So I guess I'm going with you, Tama? Yeah, I'll keep an eye on you. Thanks, Tama. Stay safe, you too. Alright, that's the end of that episode. So let's get into the shindig. So, let's start with the obvious. I said that there was a different art style. Let me get into that real quick. Hold on, let me just clear out some of this. So that way my computer does not get overloaded because these pages take up a lot of space, surprisingly. Not a whole lot of space, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So, when I say that this was a different art style originally for episode 3, I literally mean there was a different art style. Because, like, hold on, let me get to this Project Cowboy episodes. Let me get Clip Studio Paint up and running. Hang on now, almost there. So just as a comparison, this was the very first, this is the original intro. Like, it was like this. It was kind of like episode 2, but the main reason I wanted to redo things was because it kind of got a little too awkward at times. And it just didn't fit when that thing with the future stuff. So give me a second to show. It's like, for example, it had a nice dusted style to it, which I still like, but honestly, I just wanted to try to do something to fix up. And honestly, I probably should have just kept it the original style because, I don't know, I feel like I didn't do the best, like, reworking it. But a couple of fun facts as well is that Lucky's original design, by the way, give me a second. So this was actually Lucky's original design before I went back and updated her. Like, she was also a lot more taller as well, and she just kind of looked a little bit more like one of the generic bunnies and not like an actual big member of the group itself. Also, another fun fact as well for this episode is there was a different little transition. Hold on, give me a second. So let me show you real quick. So in this episode as well, there was originally supposed to be like a different thing that went on. I was supposed to introduce they're supposed to introduce Barry, but also this was back when I was like, okay, they're still around, but then that's why I went back and changed things. So, and see, you have this guy right here. That was Warden Straits. That was originally going to stay in the comic, but then he ended up just getting like kicked out entirely. As you can see, they still have the same kind of dumb gun, and yeah, and so it was supposed to be like a little introduction to Barry, and of course, that all got changed. See, I was supposed to tease Barry's introduction there. But also, Lucky's name originally was just Lucky 7, which is a reference to Schoolhouse Rock. I don't know if anybody remembers that series, but yeah, it was a reference to Schoolhouse Rock and the song Lucky 7, which is about multiplying by 7. Let's see, what's another thing? Give me a second. See, I just want to see. There's also a different design as well for... Oh, I forgot about that one pin. Sorry, give me a second. So originally, Black Jackie didn't have that same introduction that she had. She had a little bit too much of a dressed up suit. So then I decided to change it instead of being more dressed up to just kind of being more slack looking. To just show like she's just kind of like, yeah, she's all about business, but at the same time, she's just working her ass off essentially. And so, but in here, you could see that the black shadowing on there. I hit a lot of her original outfit. But yeah, so that's not really much there to go on and such. But there's that. Also, onto this scene right here. So, this whole interaction, Ben and Hayes by proxy were based off of Psych. So Ben and Hayes were based off of Sean and Gus. And this whole fucking scene right here with the nicknames of like Gay Buttersnaps and Galileo Humpkins and John Slade, those are all the different nicknames that Sean has called Gus and referred to Gus as throughout the series. Give me a second. I gotta bring this up because it's one of my fucking favorite things. Hold on. Let me see. We're gonna bring this up real quick. Psych names. Dude, these like I said, this is what the Ben and Hayes were based off of. It was Sean and Gus.
Hello, I'm Sean Spencer. This is my partner, Radio Star. I'm afraid your video will kill him.
That's not true. The name is Burton, and the camera has loved me since I've been a baby.
Spencer, Sean Spencer. This is my partner, Lavender Gooms. I'm Sean Spencer. This is my partner, Gus Silly Pants Jackson. I am Dr. Hans Jorgensen, and this is my very distinguished colleague, Dr. Mick.
Talk. That's why my friends in school used to call me the G.
That's funny. I thought they called you Big Head Burton. Sean Spencer, I will be your psychic ferryman over the river Styx. That's Gus, my ferry. Hello. The truth is, I'm a psychic detective. This is my partner, Galileo Humpkins.
And that's where Galileo Humpkins is from, right there.
Sean Spencer, I'm a psychic. This is my partner, Lumpkin.
My name is Gus, but you can call me Slicks.
Slicks?
What's your name?
My name's Sean. This is my partner, Scooney. U-turn Singleton.
Burton Guster. And this is my associate, William Zane.
I'm Sean Spencer. This dead body here is Detective Miles.
Another one of the good guys, huh?
No, sir. His first name is Detective... Oh, my apologies. I'm Sean Spencer, lead psychic for the SBPD and dilettante of shadow puppetry. What's this? What's this right here? Oh, Swan kissing the moon. My partner, Trapezius Milkington, would like to see something in a Belgian waffle. Black and
Tan.
First names?
Names? No first names. What if...
Black and one of us is tan. My name is Sean Spencer. I'm working with Sophie and the museum. This is my partner, Patty Simcox.
She thinks my nickname is Fearless Guster.
My name is Sean Spencer. I'm with the Big Uncles of America program. This is my underprivileged mentee, holla back at you. I'm Sean Spencer, police psychic, amateur daredevil, denture wearer, and strawberry grape enthusiast. Sean Spencer.
Okay, we'll be here forever going through all these nicknames, so I'm just going to have to put a stop to that. But yeah, Psych was another one of my favorite series growing up. But yeah, Ben and Hayes' relationship is heavily based off of like Sean and Gus. So, and even the fact is, like, here's the thing. Hayes is based off of a lot of characters like Afro Samurai. He's also based off of the Jimi Hendrix as well, appearance-wise. Like, his colors are literally based off of the album Are You Experienced? But the reason why he's bald, and a lot of people, it's funny because there's a lot of people that like do their own fan designs of him, and, like, they try to give him hair. But the reason why he's bald is because of Gus. It's literally because of that. But yeah, all right. So back onto more of the fun facts of this episode. Besides the fact that this was like heavily redrawn and such to fit the tone, There was actually there's also like a different way things went down around this thing. So around this scene right here, there was a different way that things went down. Let me get to that real quick. So instead of it being that Hayes got them out of that situation, it was instead that like Ben held them off for a bit and was like, go ahead and make a smoke bomb. And the reason why I changed it wasn't because like I can't speak today. Was because I didn't want Ben to just all of a sudden have like this like already know what the hell he's doing. So I changed that because I didn't want Ben to just seem like, oh, he knows all the hell what he's doing immediately. And instead, it was Hayes that came up with a quick solution because he's more experienced with dealing with these people. And like I said, I want to emphasize more early on that like Ben is still new to all this. Like I said, he lost against Tama. And I want to be here like instead Ben just found himself in like trouble. And just have Hayes be the more experienced person here. And that's what I want for Hayes and Tama. They're more experienced with Ben in fighting and things like that. Ben is still a greenhorn comparatively. So that's what I wanted early on. And his first actual victory is with Barry. Like his actual like fight victory, not just like pushing off somebody, but like actual first fight victory. Anyway, but then we have here the scene like the little. This is actually based off of that one scene from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in the anime in part 3, where Jotaro is fighting off against all these corpses and Star Platinum is just like beating the shit out of them. So that's what this still scene's based off of. So there's that. Right, back on this. So what's another little reference? Obviously, it's like the little thing with Ben here, like the little Donnie Darko. There used to be a thing where Ben made like different references and shit. I think I might end up cutting it. I don't know. Because like, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. But that's a reference to the movie Donnie Darko. And if you don't know, there's like a fucking rabbit. Donnie Darko. Little bunny thing. Okay, so this fuck-ass bunny. By the way, I never saw Donnie Darko. I saw a review about Donnie Darko. And that's all my extent of Donnie Darko. But yeah. Yeah, there's that fucking rabbit. I think the movie's about like time travel or something. I can't remember the full plot. But anyway, back on topic though. So here's a fun fact for you about all the Yoshido siblings. They are all named after Cab Calloway songs. Lucky's real name, Rennie, is named after Minnie the Moocher. Usagi's real name, Hideko, is based off of the Heidi Ho Man by Cab Calloway. And also with with Jackie, her real name Dinah is named after the jazz song Dinah, which also Cab Calloway song. So something from TMNT reference maybe Usagi Yojimi, but yeah, that is a reference to that as well. For Usagi's nickname, there is a reference to that. It's certainly a movie, lol. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just kind of like a little dumb thing there. Anyway, back on topic. But yeah, anyway, also for them, for the attendants of the Yoshida family. Hey there, Triplication. Hello. We're just talking about webcomic and stuff and having fun discussions about it. Anyway, so with the attendants of the Yoshida family, again, more music references, of course. So Jetto is actually named after Jet Airliner by Stephen Miller. Now, a lot of people ended up thinking like, oh, that looks like Mungdol, and I'm like, yeah, but I didn't mean to make him look like that. I just want to make it like a blue Tengu. So yeah. So yeah, he just kind of looks like Mungdal from Chowder, which is just funny. I do imagine he would sound like him too nowadays. So yeah, that's that funny little thing. But yeah, Jetto is just named after Jet Airliner by Steve Miller. It's kind of like a little mini thing that I did for like flying characters. They were named after Steve Miller songs. I don't know why I ended up doing that, but it just kind of became a thing. Then we have Ayami. She's a kitsune, and a fun fact: her name is a pun on the band Sweet and their song Fox on the Run. So Ayami is a kitsune, a fox yokai. So there's that. Big Basho. His name does not relate to it, but his reference as a whole is based off of the song Big Balls by AC/DC, because Tanukis have big balls. There's just the haha funny hee crude humor there. But I very much imagine him sounding like, you know, like those old school Hanna-Barbera characters, like that's why I kind of did more of like a Charlie Adler voice, because he's pretty comparable to those old voice actors. But like they go like Snugglepuss and things like that, Snugglepuss and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so he is he still still definitely has his cartoony look, and I based him off of Tom Nook of like those type of tanukis. So yeah, like Snugglepuss and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so fucking can't speak today. But yeah, this little fucking old lady. There's nothing else to her other than just I wanted to have like a funny old lady that was just there for a car rental service. And like I said, all these names are like literally from Psych. That was just to start like Tom Nook is combined with a red guy. Exactly. But yeah, so like I said, all these little nicknames are from Psych. That's what their whole came from, and it comes back in later in the series. But fun fact, Hayes' sword does actually have a name, and it's actually called Domino Blues. It's a mixture of two things. It's named after Fats Domino and Blueberry Hill, a song that he did. But that's where that name comes from that sword. As for Hayes' music references, like I said, he's based off of Jimi Hendrix. But he's also based. I can't speak today. But he's also based off of Lenny Kravitz, and also the name Toby Rivers comes from a rhythm and blues artist, Muddy Waters, who probably know from the song "Manish Boy." But that's where he gets his namesake from. Is based off of Muddy Waters. Like I said, the sword is named after Fats Domino and the song Blueberry Hill. Also, he is based off of Outkast a bit. Originally, I was going to have him named after Andre 3000 from Outkast. But yeah. Very much based off of that kind of like rhythm and blues and also rap. That's his music kind of like style. Such. Also, another one that is based off of his name, Darius Rucker, who's actually another country artist. But yeah, but also another part where his name comes from because Toby, Tobias, Darius, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's where the name references come from for him. I already mentioned the Yoshido siblings, but like I said, can't speak today. Also, fun fact for them: they each have their different. You've probably seen it. They all have like different emblems from different suits of cards. For Usagi, it's the club, which is kind of like more of a warrior type of thing. For Lucky, she has the heart. And Jackie actually has the spade, which is a reference to the Ace of Spades by Motorhead, as you can see right here. Even Bashu says, Lady Queen and Ace of Spades. That's what she reference to, the Ace of Spades there. So yeah, there's that. I'm trying to think of some other trivia in here, just to double check in here. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, there's not really much else I can think of here. But I'm just trying to double check just to make sure. I will say that I love like just changing her from like a more normal looking woman into more like she definitely looks more youngish, but also at the same time like she just looks a lot more fucking manic. I think like if like a good comparison, that manic like Mean Girl energy of like a fucking. Have you watched Mean Girls? Basically, that's what Lucky is. I can't remember. Regina, that was the gal's name. Basically based off of Regina, essentially. So yeah. But yeah, I love her just bitchy, just manic energy. Because originally she had a much more like normal looking appearance, but when I went and changed it, I wanted her to make her more just like a just bratty, manic woman, essentially. So yeah, I wanted that. It just made her more funny and more memorable in my opinion. It's that like she's spoiled, but also she's just like very much just like I said, manic is the best way to describe her. She's just like just trying to control everything in her way. Her big sister doesn't fucking care about that. Usagi does things because like he's the middle brother of the family. That's another fun fact. He's the middle brother. Jackie is the eldest sister. Rennie is the youngest sister. Anyway, any other before we go on to episode 4? Does anybody have any questions or anything like that? Anything they want to ask about the episode itself before we move on? Sorry, stretching my hands. We just gotta wait to see if anybody has any questions and such before we move on to episode 4. Yeah, man, I've been having a lot of fun with this little stream. I was worried I wasn't going to do well, but like I've been having a lot of fun talking about this. And knowing that you guys are enjoying it too, it's been making me happy. And don't worry, I'm going to keep this stream up so that way people can go back and watch it later. So that way they can just have fun and view it and shit. But yeah, one more time. Does anybody have any questions about this episode in particular, or are we good to go for episode 4? Was Tama and Hayes going to be a thing from the start? So, I've actually gone back and forth on Hayes and Tama being a couple. I know that some people have shipped them together because of this little scene. It's just meant to be a scene to show that Hayes is just, a suave dude and, breaking Tama's character a little bit. Not like breaking isn't bad, but just like breaking the little cracks on her own stoic behavior. And that despite her tomboyish nature, she's also a little bit of a girly girl. In her heart, she just like gets swoon. But yeah. Otherwise, I don't know if I'm going to have them together. Because I also had plans of like Tama and Uriah getting together. Then I also thought, oh, Uriah and Cherry be fun. But then I also thought, oh, Cherry and Toby would be a nice little couple, even if it was a joke in that one comic. But it's one of those things that like you end up thinking about. But with Ben and Hayes, not Ben and Hayes, but Ben and Frankie, literally I was like, no, they're the couple. They're the one that I know that want to make a couple in the series. But yeah. For Tama, it's just meant to catch her off guard and just still show that she's just, she's just another gal. She's just a girl next door. Even she's very tomboyish and aggressive and stuff. She's still just like, that kind of thing. She still gets like very like red face when a handsome boy compliments her. This is still something. Anyway, any other questions or is that about it? A little bit. If you guys have any more questions, we'll continue. We'll answer more. But if not, we'll go ahead to episode 4. All right, don't have any. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with episode 4. All right, and off the bat, you probably already see it. Rules of Nature. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Like I said, Unbreakable Iron Ranger was done in 2018. I was already in on Metal Gear Rising, and it already played a huge influence on the series. So this was before it got back into cultural relevance in the 2020s. Okay, so I just want to say that because there's probably going to be some people that think, oh, you just only do it because you got into Metal Gear reference. No, I was there before y'all. Okay, I was before the hype train on that. I was in on the memes, the DNA of the Soul. I was in on that way before then. I was way before any of y'all. Way before any of that. I don't mean to sound like a dick. I want to clarify because there's some people like, because of like how unfortunately Reddit tier memed to hell and back Metal Gear Rising got. It's like one of those things where people are like, oh, well, you just only do it because it was just a trendy thing. I'm like, no, I was there. I've been there since like 2016, dude. My God. That kind of thing. But yeah, back on this. So Seattle, Washington, as I said, this was Seattle, Washington. I went there a while back when I was on a business trip with my dad in 2015. Also, a Jovi's Pizza. That is a reference to Bon Jovi. Oh, let me zoom in. I forgot. Gotta zoom in. Ho ho, hee hee, ho ho. Oh, that's a nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up. I love Gianni, but also at the same time, like he's, I don't want to say it in a mean way. I just didn't like his Armstrong voice as much. I don't know. It's not a bad voice impression, but yeah. Anyway, back on topic. So we have Bays. Not Bays. Ah, fuck. Lord. Yeah, I'm tongue-tied. But yeah, we have Ben walking around in Seattle. It's raining because Seattle. Haha. Hee hee. Ho ho. I just bought this hat, man. If I were a bitten man for where a fish mutant was. Not as bright and glaring as Las Vegas, but sure does smell like it, to be honest. That's another thing. When you're in Vegas smells fucking awful, dude. Like, it smelled like cigarettes and... It just smelled like cigarettes and dead people. It smelled awful. Awful. It was awful, dog. It was so awful, man. In the dubbing of that meme, they translated it like, I asked my balls and they said, sure. Where's your source? My testicles made it up. That's hilarious. That's fucking great. All right, back on this. I know they throw tons of food away. No, they have to. Like, they can't just let shit go to... Unfortunately, they can't just give it to people, but also at the same time, it's just kind of like, there's a lot of food that's already... I don't know. This is fucking ridiculous. Anyway. So what kind of fish mutant was this guy that Sticks wanted him so bad for? I gotta fix it. There's a lot of things that I'm rereading out loud that, like, just don't make sense. Or, like, just feel too clunky. It's like a shark or piranha mutant? Sticks barely had any data on this one besides its location. Thomas Fowle didn't have any info on her as well. Just her location. Only Hayes and a few others had actual data. Heck, all my data was up my local newspaper's article about the truck incident. Are Sticks just trying to find out if they're real or... Wait, hold on. What did I just see in the water? Blood. Holy... There's blood in the water. There's another musical reference there. Legally Blonde. Blood in the Water. I'm going to say it right now. Legally Blonde is one of my favorite musicals of all time. Sue me. Dang it, the mutant might be in trouble. There's a little camera bug there. How unwitting you are, you pathetic cyborg. It's been quite some time, Benjamin, hasn't it? The perfect time for research on these two. Research? The hell you plan to do with my grandson, Albert? If you're thinking of making him some pawn in your scheme again, I'll break all these bonds and beat you to pulp. Gay European literally marked my childhood. Oh, man. At one point, your grandson was a valuable tool. His high regen factor and robotic parts made him a powerful weapon. But I see a better opportunity, better weapons in him. Weapons? So I was right. You're just trying to collect Crips like you did 30 years ago. So I actually got to change the 30 years mark. I got to fix that up. Just realizing, it's a good thing I'm going through this, but at the same time I feel kind of embarrassed, Lord. You are correct, Mac, but I only have eyes on a select few mutants. Your grandson is a fit. Oh, fuck, I fucked up on that typo. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What I'm looking for is raw, destructive power. Something a meek boy like Ben lacks. What I need are killers. What the hell? How'd this happen? Did that tycoon send someone here? You finally arrived, it seemed. About bloody time you did, you little tin cane. So, you must be the Iron Ranger she told me about. G'day. By the way, I'll get to it later about when they have the tons of different Metal Gear references in this episode. But anyway, you're the fish mutant? Right you are, mate. The name's Barry, the Barracuda. I must say it took you long enough to get here, waiting a good 6 hours. Luckily for me, these two junglers came waltzing in to do their job and served up a fine little warm-up for our little brawl down here. You're admitting to doing this to them? These are just blue-collar workers. Why would you? Oh, you probably came across some pansy mutants before me. Confused and innocent types, yeah. You've been bloody lucky then. So, Barry, why would you kill these guys if it meant no trouble? Molly's must be acting up because I already answered that. It was target practice for you. Holy crap, that's strength and speed. If he throws down this hard, then I gotta get those guys out. They survived him. Bloody hell. He just throws his shit at him. I'm not crazy gunman, Dade. I'm an assassin. What would the difference be? One has a job and the other's mental sickness. Come on now, come on. Here's hoping they aren't dead. Wish this thing worked faster. I was worried I couldn't patch them up there. Don't concern yourself if they died or not, when you're right after those two. And then Powell. Bloody Mongol! Dang it, he's lying on this speed for his size. He sounds like Peter Griffin for a second when he said holy crap. Holy crap! I'm in Fortnite. This is so epic. Holy fuck, Lois, I'm coming. But I got strength and speed too. I was designed for this stuff. If I could get a good kick on him, maybe I... Huh? I'll give you this. You're fast, but not fast like me, mate. See, I'm pure muscle, you're pure rubbish. A walking ball of scrap have limits. Like praying predator, boy, I'm top of the food chain. While I rise up, you'll forever be under my heel. Those are the rules of nature. You're but shrimp to me, mate. And speaking of shrimp, now that you brought them back, I do believe there's a couple more to left to deal with here. Both of you guys go now. I can't yell. I'm sorry. I've hold off the overgrown tuna here. I'm sorry for not being able to yell. Holy crap, Lois. This reminds me of the time I fought an alligator in this swamp. She kicked me like from the... Holy crap, Lois. This reminds me of the time I fought an alligator girl in the swamp. She kicked me like she was from the roadhouse. Rules of nature, huh? Gonna talk philosophy in a brawl? Not the sharpest swordfish, ain't you now? Still you bloody struggle. I'm supposed to be yelling. Again, I feel bad. I cannot fucking yell. It's useless, useless, useless. As you know, muda, muda, muda. Also, there's the little bug camera right there. Also, here's another little meme reference that yes, yes, yes. That's the reference to the whole bison. Yes, yes. Fuck, your Peter Griffin impression is top tier. Thank you. Then we have the berry eye catch. Splash goes into the water, down into the drain. And then... And then another pull, rip, and then Ben scream. Ah, there's the scream I was looking for. Still kicking, are we, cowboy? Bloody hell, mate. For a weakling, you sure are a stubborn little tin can, aren't you? Yo, the bison is almost exact. Thank you. Pardon my language for just 1 second, Barry. But let me just say, your rules of nature could suck it. That's a double reference there. I'll get to that in a second. More like a triple reference again. I don't know. Again, you'll see what I mean. Strength is much more than physical abilities. True strength lies within one's own willpower. And I have a will. A drive that is unbreakable. And sure, you got strength. Hell, barracuda's a pure muscle. But that's a problem when you're on land, Barry boy. Your speed comes from your legs, but they don't do too well when turned to Swiss, huh? Now you're out of your element, barracuda. You little, and then fist, boom, 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 and then we have the fucking the rush attack. Stamp. Bloody kid knew my weight would breaking my damaged leg, didn't he? I ain't got no support. Clever little Parker. And then take down, it's good. Go ahead. Finish me. Seems you were the predator instead of prey. No. Treating everyone like animals ain't no way to live or be, Barry. To take the life of someone just because someone's weaker is a horrid outlook. Only low lives do that, man. Because of what Horatio did to me. What they took. I refuse to take lives. I don't even want to fight. But I will if it's my last or only option. And while I gotta keep you from harming others, I refuse to kill you. I believe you could turn around even from this path. Come on, man, don't look so confused. Looks like your experiment failed, Sticks. Yes, well, like all good scientists, all one's tests and experiments should be kept under control. Subject 24601 has been successfully immobilized. Threat status minuscule. Beginning extraction of subject 50424. Switching from combat mode to tranquilizer mode. Subject has been subdued. Returning to base now. No way. Ironworks? This can't be right. You, Sticks, and Gramps. Those arms are new too. This ain't your original body either. That can only mean...
An excellent observation, Benjamin Young.
This don't make a lick of sense. How did you get this new body?
Your confusion is understandable. While I lost my old form, in the explosion, Dr. Styx saved my head. I am Ironworks Mark II, said proudly. My purpose today was not to battle or capture you. You are in fact no longer a needed asset to my creator. My current objectives were to observe your fight with the Barracuda mutant, and to bring said mutant back after. However, we shall encounter each other if you come across the targets we truly seek from the list, in which case I shall improper terminate you, cyborg, said grimly.
No, you two couldn't have survived it.
But I must be off. Initiating escape routine. Foolish. We will meet again, freak of nature, in due time.
Darn it! Styx and the Ironworks survived, but how? First Baze and the Tycoon, and now this. Was my grandpa's sacrifice for nothing? And if more of these targets are like Barry, this ain't good at all. This ain't all good. I made the mistake of thinking these targets were all innocent. And it ain't just Styx looking for them. Baze said he was hired by a Tycoon to find Tama. But those guys don't scare me. There's more like Barry, Baze, or God forbid Dr. Styx. I'll take him. I won't give up on protecting those in danger. I ain't letting another soul end up like me. I'll keep this world safe from any threat. Your sacrifice ain't for nothing, Docky. Count on it. One of my favorite parts about Ironworks is they use tone indicators, IRL. Yeah, I'll get to that in a moment. I freaking love it, but I'll get to the inspiration for that.
Excuse me, Doc. You heard me, barely idle. We have to work overtime to get the other selected cryptids targets before the cyborg has a chance to do so. Excuse me there, you bald old whacker. Bloody hell, I ain't no errand boy for you. I'm a bona fide killing machine. Like how you killed the hillbilly in the sewers. Oh, wait, you didn't. You failed. Like how you failed to stand against the Ironworks, which is how you got here in the first place, you outback simpleton. You're no longer the top predator here. I'm calling the shots, not you. You, my boy, will be heading off to collect us the crypts we need. If you don't like that, perhaps you could be Ironworks' sparring dummy. Understand, fish boy? Fine. I'm bringing the bloody troops for you. For now, at least. But mark my words, mate, one day you and that stupid metal behemoth are going to die by my hands. Ha! Well, good luck with that, then. Oh, come now, Styx, you old coot. No need to harass the Barracuda when you were unsuccessful in killing the little cowboy yourself. Oh, shut up, you old hag. I don't need two convictors of insubordination. Don't make me lose respect of you with comments like that. Temper there, Styx. Can't a woman tease?
Oh, I thought I put her name there.
What do you even want, Dr. Arachne?
I was wanting to know why you didn't capture the cyborg after that skirmish with Barry.
What good is an undying cyborg if he hasn't the gut to kill? We need exterminators for this new world, not pansy little pacifists.
The fact that he defeated Barry, though, means he has potential as a fighter. And now that he's been left to roam free, we have a big problem. Very disappointing. I thought you'd be more than confident to realize we can't let a boy like him roam free.
That naive fool is no match for us. Once we nab the rest of those mutants, the hillbilly will not be an issue. I assure you, dear Kansas.
Well, you have a point, I suppose.
That blasted redneck has only just entered a new world. One you and I have been studying for the past 15 years. He has no idea.
Okay, that's another thing they gotta fix up on, is the 15 years again. I gotta decide on that. Sorry, random talking.
A mere ignoramus such as he stands no chance against the brains of two of the world's great spines, let alone our lackey's brawn. I would, however, like to see him try. It would bring me nothing more but amusement to see him trying and fail.
Okay, now that we're done with the episode, let's go over some of the trivia. So I'm going to go ahead immediately to what Madness was talking about there with Ironworks. So Ironworks' vocal pattern is actually based off of Dr. Let's Shake from No More Heroes 2. Give me a second. Let me pull that up real quick. I know I haven't been showing a whole lot of the voices, but I just want to show you this specifically, because this specifically here is what Ironworks is based off of.
Ed, you're that.
Hold on. There we go.
Visual sensor suggests carnage level satisfactory. Who is my next victim? Question mark. Surprise gasp. You are identified as Travis Touchdown. Luck is an irrational concept, but your presence defies probability. Do you remember me? Question mark.
So yeah, if whenever you hear Ironworks, that's the voice that I've intended for him. So yeah, there's that. All right, back onto this. So there's that. Now, let's get down to the nitty gritty. So the fight with Barry was based off of the fucking the sewer levels in Metal Gear Rising and those quote unquote black gators. Those sons of bitches, man. They gave me such a wallop, and I hated that level so much. That was like the one part of that game I just always hated playing because of those stupid ass. Oh man, it was so infuriating. That's the one part of the game I hate going through. Is just dealing with them, because the minute they grab you, they just beat the shit out of you and just turn you to a bloody pulp. That makes me appreciate Ironworks more after playing No More Heroes 2. Oh yeah. You and Kinka just started playing those games, right? You started playing the No More Heroes games. Because I remember that we were in the stream yesterday, not yesterday, but the other day watching Josh play. I didn't realize you were just now starting playing the game series too. But yeah, there's also a lot of No More Heroes influences in Unbreakable Iron Ranger as well as Mad World too. Anyway, for Barry though, Barry himself though is another old. Oh, you just played him last year. Oh, okay, gotcha. So Barry's another older character they've had for a while. He was just he's based off the song initially by Heart Barracuda, as the name implies. As his little title implies. And this little thing right here where Ben says, "Now you're out of your element, Barracuda." I imagine it basically being similar to like the song, "Now who wouldn't you, Barracuda?" Like the way the pause and the tone of it is. But yeah, Barry is Australian. He's, as someone commented, yeah, he does have Sniper's voice. But he's also based off of a real life criminal. Let me find him. Mark Brandon Reed. Hold on. Mark Brandon Reed. Let me find him. Hold on, give me a second. I got like, dude, this dude was a fucking crazy. This is a guy who's an Australian Australian criminal who was so fucking famous that like even after like his time being a criminal, he ended up somehow becoming like a celebrity in Australia. It's insane. Like they made parody videos about him. He was used in like an anti-rape fucking advert. It's insane. Oh, let me get you this one fucking clip of him. Let me see. Let me find it real quick. It came in the revolver. I'll give you a second. Oh, there it is right here.
Chopper played Russian roulette with a loaded gun for fun and money.
Didn't see.
Oh, here we go. Here's the clip. Here's the clip.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a slug in this gun. Now, you're going to take my word for it, but there's a slug in this gun. Well, I want one shot to my head. One shot to Renee's. Are you ready, Renee?
I don't think I want to play.
Are you ready? You don't want to play. Bad luck.
Now, here's the fucking craziest part about him, is that the dude spent so much time making up shit, even after his criminal conviction, that they literally had no idea about whether or not what he said was true. There's a long history with this dude that I'm not able to get into. But just, he's such a fucking interesting dude. Just a really fucking weird-ass dude. I thought that was Mike Sticolsa with a gun. There's this funny little bit where he's just like, when I was killed... Hold on, let me find him.
And so then, 10 years later...
Yeah, about 10 years later, yeah.
You track him down in Casino.
No. We're in Casino, New South Wales, doing a talk night. Me and Jacko doing a talk night. Who do you think comes up to me after the talk night and wants me to...
Hold on. I'm trying to find that one bit, but like, it's just crazy because like I said, he would always like make like his stories a lot more grandiose and stuff. So by the time that like he was finally ended up dying and like on his deathbed, like right here, this is like his last convention. And like everything that he said here was completely different to what he said before. It's just, again, this dude's just such a fucking wild-ass dude. But like his personality and his story based for Barry, because it just had like fucking much of a wild card this dude is. He's just a fucking wild, I don't know. It's just an interesting character.
It's debatable.
Of a murder 42 years ago.
Go on, put your...
I was trying to find the line, but there's this little line in the interview where he's like, "When I killed Sammy the Turk, that was outright bloody. That was outright fucking murder." He literally apologized for swearing. That just goes back, "That was outright murder." It's just such a fucking weird ass dude. But like that personally of him just being so matter of fact about being this cruel dude and criminal, was kind of the inspiration for Barry. And obviously that went away over time. But that was one of the initial inspirations for Barry, was this guy. Anyway, back on topic. So as I was saying with the Metal Gear references, so yeah, like obviously the title of the episode, Rules of Nature, obvious. But here's another thing. So in this line right here, Ben saying, "Let me just say, your rules of nature can suck it." That's a reference to a mashup by Triple Q. It was one that I loved listening to all the time, and I still do. But then it got taken off of YouTube. Let me see if I can find it, because I found it the other day. But it was one where they took off the. It's where they took off I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, give me a second. So, your rules of nature can suck it. Yeah, there we go. There's the original. Yeah, not the original, but someone re-uploaded it. Like, dude, this mashup's so fucking good. And it's like not just one thing, but it's like I love when Triple Q does all these different song mashups. It's fucking awesome. And like this next part. So fucking good. This one's also good. This part's also fucking fantastic. Locked up in chains, I get fed, but... Hey, new channel, cut you live by random. You have a place for bots? Not yet, unfortunately. I'm going to be working on that, though, starting with this stream. But yeah, that was the reference there. It's also reference to Psych again, because both, it's another running gag in Psych. I don't know why I just closed the YouTube tab there. I'm stupid. Hold on. Suck it. Suck it. Psych. It's another little inside joke in Psych of just them saying "suck it." It was originally like a little side. I think it still is in my sound alerts.
Ha! We already know
With
that
this.
one. Suck it.
Sean, we're all professionals.
Oh, yeah? You suck it.
You suck it. Suck it! I think what this woman is trying to say here, Gus, is that you can suck it.
Suck it, Sean.
Suck it.
Suck it, Sean. You can all suck it. Suck it, Sean.
You're getting really liberal with the suck it.
Suck home place!
Suck it, hyphens. You suck it. How do you say suck it in English? I'm paraphrasing. Do you even know what paraphrase means? It means suck it, please. In suck it. Suck it. In you suck it. You can suck it, both of you. You suck it! You can eat a hot steaming bowl of suck it soup. Because guess what I make from scratch every morning?
Suck it soup.
That's right, son. You can suck it.
You suck it.
You can suck it.
You suck it. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it.
Well, you can suck it. You suck it. Suck
God, I love this joke so much.
Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it all the way. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. You can suck it all day long. Suck it. 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 Suck it.
Tell him to suck it.
So suck it.
Suck it. Suck it. Suck it.
Sing our song. It's on now.
Also, there's also one that they forgot in this little mini compilation. It's this fucking one. This is my favorite of the Suck-Its. This is my favorite.
Suck it, suck it, suck it, come on, son.
I think it was actually, though, came after those, so I'm probably, like, stupid. But yeah, anyway. This probably came from, like, the one, I can remember correctly, it probably came from one of the movies. Anyway, sorry, back on the thing. Ben and Hayes fooling around. Yeah, literally, that's how I intended their relationship to be. Back on topic. What was it talking about here? So yeah, that was a reference to one of my favorite mashups. Also Rules of Nature and also Suck It. But yeah, this whole episode, also the little ooh-sha that Barry's cry here. It's another JoJo reference, but it's like when some of the side characters like Polnareff, Okuyasu, and Hermes Costello did their stink cry being like ooh-sha, but like for Barry, I imagine more being like when Polnareff was possessed by Anubis, like that kind of oosha, that kind of thing. I mean, that's why it comes back to when I said earlier about like how this being more of a bigger reveal for Ben, because earlier I said that like I changed it from like being that Fleetwood and Fleetwood and Six surviving was left ambiguous, and this is the reason I changed it, because it's supposed to be like Ben realizing, wait, hold on, this is all still going. Because he thought, oh, wait, hold on, I thought this was all done. What the hell? And so it makes it a big reveal. They're like, oh, shit, this is the major threat now. So they're back and they're still not done yet. And it also brings back Ironworks, because Ironworks was like a big deal. Ben couldn't handle him before. Now he's back on the scene. So, yeah, I'm really glad that I decided to go in this direction. It ended up being a little bit better. It ended up being better for Ben's character overall. Also, a fun factoid for you. The creator of Barry is not Styx, and he didn't find it. It was actually Arachne's creation. That's the Arachne is the creator of Barry. Barry was, just a random Australian guy, and she turned him into a Barracuda mutant. Anyway, on to the song references. Obviously, Rules of Nature, of course. But for Barry, it is, of course, the song Barracuda by Heart, but also Billy Idol, because, Barry Idol, haha, pun, hee hee, ho ho. Another song that inspired him was Ruthless, from Anarchy Reigns. That's another song that basically describes Barry to a T. And of course, Rules of Nature. Again, haha, hee hee. Oh, I forgot one more thing. So this line right here, this is a scream I was looking for. This is actually a reference to the English dub of JoJo Part 2. JoJo Cars English dub. Let me find it, and then you can see. Give me a second. Ultimate. Let me see. Yeah, Cars uses Hamon. Give me a second.
God. This tyrant has become a deity.
Here we go.
Hear that? I think JoJo is trying to tell me something.
Hamon Overdrive!
What? Hamon? Did you say Hamon Overdrive?
JoJo!
Of your own medicine.
Yeah, but this scene,
How
this
do you
line right
like
here.
the taste of your own medicine? A very articulate reply.
So that was basically what that inspired that whole line, was just that little tirade, especially the English dub. I just thought it was like very like very cocky kind of thing. But yeah, so there's that. But back onto the music references and stuff. Ironworks, like I said, there's not really any new references I can reveal here. But for Kansas, Dr. Kansas Arachne, she's actually based off of the song by Kansas, The Spider. So yeah, there's literally, her full name is Kansas Arachne. This is her original design, just kind of like this actual hag, like not 20, like 30-year-old woman hag, like actual hag. Yeah, let's see, what else is there to talk about that's a reference to? I mean, there was the Blood in the Water reference that I made. But yeah, there's not really a whole lot left for terms of like references or trivia, really, because this one's more pretty set in stone. I will say I felt like very confident after this, like, oh man, we're finally getting stuff done. Also, like, this is one of those scenes where, like, the hotel, I didn't really plan out a lot of the locations and stuff besides, like, the casino. So, everything else. But this whole episode, I had to plan out the whole lay of the sewers that they were in. I don't have the concept for it anymore, unfortunately. But, yeah. But, yeah, that was about it. I think I revealed everything about this. So, any questions before we get to episode 5, which is Frankie's episode? Or are we all good? Just want to figure out my questions first before we go on to the next one. Also, oh my god, we've been streaming for like almost 4 hours now. Oh, not 4 hours, it's 3 hours. But yeah, any questions real quick before we go on to the next episode, or? I'm going to take that as a no, because no one said anything yet. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead onto Frankie's episode. Y'all ready for that? Okay. All right, let's get started. All right, free ride. All right, we'll get started. Let me get to zoom in again. By the way, I really do hope you guys have been enjoying this. I know it's definitely been a longer stream, but I've really been enjoying doing this. We'll end it after episode 5 because we've been going for like 3 hours on this. But yeah. Anyway, let's get started. Do one more zoom in. Okay, there we go. Woodall Mountain, Mississippi.
Wasn't expecting a scrawny scamp like you to go toe-to-toe with me.
Yeah, I get that a lot. That's good for one thing. So then, Redneck Bebop, what's your story?
The name's Rubble Tusk, son. I was once a little old robber making a good living stealing and selling whatever I took. What until after one job stealing something from a lab, I became this. My strength, speed, and tusk come in handy. Like so. So much for popping that back in. Makes a good little ornament, huh? Perhaps I should poke off the other one to even it out.
I wish I could do it because I actually can do a pig squeal. But again, it's too loud. It's too loud. Huh. Guess pigs really can fly. Oh, hell. The van! Also, this is a little bit of a weird error here. Not really error, but it's supposed to be trying to show like him just like looking back and forth at the fan. But it kind of looks like I accidentally duplicated the back of his head there. So yeah, that's a little bit of an error. Aw, oh, man, I screwed up big time. Lost my arm to that born mutant. I got so pissed at him flying to the engine. Great. Huh? Dropped a woman's wallet. His porker stole this before I spotted him darn in the woods. Guy has no dignity stealing from a lady. By the way, that's a Dwayne translation reference to the whole Koichi steals, no dignity. Girl's name is Francesca Winters. Whew, she's a beaut. Wait a moment. She's 6'6"? Guy's an Amazon. I'm like a kid next to her. I'm only 5'11". ID says she's not too far from here. She lives in the mountain, huh? Well, at least I got myself an address. Now I'll just go walking for a bit and find it. Honestly, returning to Walt's a nice change of pace. Time to get to hiking. Mystery Girl's house, still in Woodall Mountain, Mississippi.
What a beautiful duang.
And of course, the big reveal, the big lady herself, Frankie. Oh, hello there. Huh? What brings a stranger like you here? Alright, I'm sorry that I'm not able to do the same voice act. I know it says because of yelling, but also, like, I've been yelling for, like, 3 hours. Not yelling, but, like, talking for 3 hours. Cat got your tongue there, huh? I think I found your wallet, miss. Oh, my gosh. Goodness, I was so worried. I thought I lost this when I was in town earlier. Thank you so much. I was worried some crook actually made off with it. It's no problem, miss. Oh, boy, voice so lovely. How'd you come across this anyway? A guy apparently stole it. I was running around across the road. I nearly ran into him. He had a tree instead. He dropped the wallet down the road, and I saw it on it, and you were too far, so. Hey there, Speedstar. Welcome to the stream. I'll tell you what, you brought back my moolah, so I'll return you the favor. Let's get into my truck and I'll tow your van up here and see what I can do to fix it. Sound good? Huh? You'd help me with that? Come on, the truck's just out back. Oh, thank goodness she bought that. Ooh, boy. Yeah. Things battered and bruised for sure. I don't blame you for not wanting to drive it. For all you know, the engine's busted. Poor little thing. Hates seeing cars scrunched up like this. But you said you rammed it into a tree. Looks like something fell on it. Yeah, a big branch landed on it after I bumped into a tree. Well, branch or not, this ain't much challenge for me, darling. Don't worry, hon. Frankie's here to spruce up your van good as new. Thank you kindly, miss. If you could just hang tight in the lobby past the door. Sure thing, Miss Frankie. Yeah, man. And then she gets to work. Inspect this van, make good as new. And the Frankie. Alright, so a little fun fact here. That's actually, it's kind of crudely drawn, I will admit. But if you are a fan of NASCAR, you probably recognize some of it. But that is actually Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car back in the 2000s. You see, like the Bud, look for the Bud Light. And then you also have the number 8 for his car. But yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Dale Earnhardt, and Kevin Harvick are my family's favorite racers. Mine was Casey Kane, but we all loved all 4 of them. We loved all 4 of them. And we have little magazines there. Can't believe I let my guard down to a boar mutant. Lost an arm because of my stupidity. I might be able to reconnect my limbs better with this aura, but I can't heal what's ain't organic, it seems. What if I ended up losing all my metal limbs? Could I even regrow limbs? I could only heal damage. I grow new stuff. I can't let this happen again. And then there's a big old crunch noise. What the? Is she okay there? Miss Winters, are you
That just happened.
Oh shit, I just realized there's still some like sketch left over there. Shit. And we have her going like, oh god, 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 oh god. You're a cyborg too. So again, I feel bad not being able to put my full effort in. Again, 3 hours of this. I should have brought in more people to help me voice these characters. I feel bad. 2? Yes, ma'am. I'm Cyborg 2. Awkward. And then we have this little cute scene of her like lighting up. Look at that. Look at that cutie. Look at the cutie. Ain't she cutie? Really? I thought you were going to freak see me like this. God, look at the craftsmanship on this arm. Copper plate? A bit of a fragile choice, but Lord, it looks stunning for sure. What happened to your second arm, hon? It was a metal too, or were you working to get another one for it? Right. Now, to tell you the truth, both my arms are metal, yeah. But I lost during a scuffle before finding you. Oh my, you poor thing. What could have done that then? A boar mutant. One of his tusks managed to yank off my right arm from the elbow down. I gave him a good hook with my main arm, but I hit him so hard he went flying and hit the van. I ran off and dropped your wallet. And yet you still went out of your way to deliver it back? You know what? I could do more than fix your van. I could get you some brand new arms. After all, I'm a cyborg too. Besides, a young man like you can't run around lopsided. I'll get you a proper ride and proper set of arms so you can do what you need to do, sugar.
Yo, it's Ranger time.
Hey, Roosevelt, you're actually in like at the. We've been talking about my webcomic and doing a read through of it, so you came on into a fun time. Also, I'll be finishing up your commission stuff here in the next couple of days, just to give you a heads up. Miss Frankie, you were too much. I couldn't let you fix your art. I couldn't let you. You're already fixing the van. Oh, shush, honey. You took your time to bring me back my wallet. I'll let you return the favor here. I owe you that. Don't get me wrong. I am thankful you're doing this, Frankie. But let me at least get the metal ready that you need. I know how to smith the parts for this. That was my grandpa's apprentice's work. I know a few things. These plates I put on myself. What do you say, Miss Frankie? All right, let's get to work. And here we have another scene that's inspired by the Evil Dead series again, like those little scenes of him just like making the gauntlet. This one was more specifically inspired by the gauntlet because you actually see like Frankie actually making the parts instead of like Ben just putting the plating on there.
Can't believe I lost that wallet. Glad I remember their address, but now I ain't got no money like I planned. No thanks to that cocky little cyborg. Tried to get in my way and tried to get in my getaway path and tossed me in the van. Left living like a dog. But that boy's down and I'm and nowhere to be seen. I got me an easy job to steal me a few parts and sell them. Hey there, Porker. Y'all got a lot of nerve to come this way, especially after yesterday's throwdown. I'm going to give you a warning. Leave here and leave Frankie in peace, or I will force you off myself. Got it, partner? You may have gotten lucky before, kid. I can't even do the voices right now. I'm so tired. I'm sorry, guys. Almost done. But don't lose twice. I'll rip off your arm and beat you with it. Wah. Hey there, Frankie. How do I activate that brand new feature you added again? Oh, it's simple, darling. Just press on the ball on the outer side of your arm. You can recoil by pressing it again. Gotcha. Now, let's rock. And there we go, the lasso rocket punch. And there comes a giant fist. Man, I'm loving these new arms so far. You got yourself a rocket arm. Okay, so that line is actually based off of another JoJo dub thing, but from the OVA where Darby's like, "You got yourself a drink now." There's a lot of little things that just based off of little funny dubisms like that. Guilty Gear reference spotted. Yep. Yeah, pork drippings. Oh shit, Gens, why'd you come in right now? Why did you come in earlier? Oh shit. Oh fuck. Holy fuck. Raid right now. Holy fuck. Hey, Gens. Hey, everybody from Gens's raid. Hello. Hope y'all are doing good. Welcome to the raid. I'm Kurt. We're reading through my comic and just talking about it. Hello, everybody. Hello. How y'all doing? Did you have fun with Metamorphose? Or whatever. Fucking, I can't speak today. Metaphor. I don't know why I said Metamorpho. I'm fucking stupid. I'm so dumb. I'm glad to see everybody apparently hates Mondays. But yeah. Welcome, Gens. We've been reading my comic and talking about behind the scenes stuff with it. My voice is tired. I haven't been able to do the voices proper for the last couple of episodes. We've been going on for like 3 hours now. Yeah, give it a pork drippings, and then he starts beating the shit out of this pig. His reason videos are only booked for like 2 hours of recording session. No, yeah, 100%.
I can't talk right 100%. Now. I'm making piss.
I don't have anything to drink with. So I cannot make piss. Anyway, but yeah, Ben flings around with his whipping out. And then we finally come to today's one, the day's save. Apologies to headphone users. Yeah. Gambit says the thing. Yep. If it'll play, is it gonna play? What the fuck? It's not played on my end yet. That's so weird. Did the sound effect play for y'all? Because it ain't played for me yet. That's weird.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
There we go. Finally popped up. Thank goodness. I was worried about that. At least way earlier during the thing. Yeah, now it's finally like coming in. That was weird that it took so long to pop in like that. All right, anyway, back to the thing. You sure you want to keep this guy here, Miss Frankie? I know someone who helps him keep my identity safe. He should know what to do with a guy like this. He'll be fine. Honestly, you're too much, Frankie. Oh, shush, hon. You've done plenty for me. I should pay you back. Thank you again. You're welcome. Well, your van is fixed in your arms. Be sure to come back anytime. Oh, there's one more gift a cowboy needs for protecting a lady like me. Oh, and then we have the cute little kiss scene. Because I'm a sucker for this bullshit. See, I love this shit. I love this little things. These are my two favorite characters. I fucking love writing them. I love them. I love these babies. Oh, I forgot one last thing before you get going. Just in case you need me for anything like cars and the arms. I can't fucking speak today. God dang it. Numbers on the back for whenever you need me. Alright, I promise we'll get to the fun facts because I'm like at the tail end of being able to talk proper. I'm so sorry, everybody. God bless you, Frankie. I'll be sure to call you when I need you. Or just to talk. You're cool. You're cool too, Ben. Goodbye, Betty. Take care now. And don't be a stranger. Oh, man. I'm trying. I know I have a few pages left. Oh, after all this with Barry, now Rumble. I'm glad I have Frankie to help me. Maybe it is time I stopped working alone. I can't keep doing this on my own. So why'd you get us together like this, Ben? I told my gramps, Dr. Freeland, that would be stop sticks at any cost and keep guys like y'all safe. Every day, though, it's been getting tougher than I thought. And I can't keep doing this alone. These past few weeks show me I can't. That's why I need y'all's help. I know y'all probably don't want to get involved, you Hayes especially, but I'm only asking if you want. Let's together we could stop this tycoon and Sticks from collecting more crypts and mutants and using them. What do y'all say? Got me in, boy. I already helped Paris. That's this part, right? Finally, I get a piece of the action. What the hell? I do count on you, Ben. Count on me, too. Let's get to work, boys. And we're almost... Oh, fuck, I forgot about these pages. You really should trust strangers with who you are, Frankie. He's an alright boy, though. He got me my wallet back and fought off that boar man thing. Everything just turned out fine. Look, I'm glad you had this handled, but you're supposed to call us when something happens. Well, I did call you, didn't I? It's all good now, right? Frankie, this is serious. Look, Mr. Mina's put me in charge of you. If anyone finds out about you, you could be in great danger. This is one hell of a close call. Way too close. You're lucky I was able to come in. Imagine if I was on the clock with Pete, Betty, and Bill. Look, I'll get this guy back over to my boss, but call us immediately if something else happens. I get it, Dwight, but I didn't think I was needed. But he was like me. He was able to take on that mute. Well, hold on. What do you mean, like you? Okay, we're finally done doing the read-through. I apologize. I am getting really tired. Anyway, let's go through the fun little facts. So here's the fun story with this episode. It has nothing to do with the episode itself, but more about like the creation during this episode. Okay, so when I was in 2018, this is in 2018 when I made this. So in late 2018, not late 2018, but the fall of 2018, we went down to Florida to help my grandma move out of a shitty ass part of Florida. And this shitty ass part of Florida had drug addicts. And as we were moving stuff out and getting trash onto the side of my grandma's house, there was a bunch of heroin addicts just staring at all the garbage. I saw myself. I saw a lady in a car get out of a car, get back in, and literally fucking pop a damn vein, just to get something in there. And like my Uncle Kevin was like, okay, no, we're not having any of this. And so he and my cousin Andrew literally got a bunch of this garbage juice from like the trash compactor and just tossed it all over the garbage just to like be as like a little deterrent to keep them from like stealing any of that crap. But also my grandma, I love her. I love my Mimi Potter. But also, holy shit, she was just in a really bad place. So context as well, she lost her second husband in it was like around like it was in the early 2010s. So early 2010s, she lost her second husband, and she loved him. She actually loved him. Her first husband cheated on her, and this new husband, my pop, was a great guy, really great guy. But my God, like this dude, not this dude, but Mimi just got into a really bad place. And dude, when she was just not good when she was angry. Like I remember one time when we were like spending the night over her, my mom and dad were like talking with her, and she was getting this argument. This was like in 2017. I remember this. It was like the year before we helped her move out. And she was like getting mad at my dad, mom and dad. And she literally said this, and I quote, "I'm like the dog with the bones you're feeding me with." And it's just like the most angry way ever. And like, oh my God. And during this whole thing, we were trying to make sure she didn't lose her cool, because she was actually trying to throw out stuff because she was just mad. And she was just trying to throw out shit. And some of it was very important, valuable stuff. So we were having to keep her from like acting out. And so like there were times like we went with her just to go out to get like drinks from like McDonald's or something. I had to help participate in that. And the fucking Airbnb that we were at was like a fucking high security prison, because they had so many notes on do's and don'ts and saying, don't sleep on the couch, don't sleep on the beds, we will figure out if you do or do not. And they had these little fridges that like had sodas already in there, but like they were like $5 a piece. It was fucking ridiculous. And I was working on this comic all the while, like when we were like just resting at the Airbnb, and just, dude, it was so fucking wild. Oh my God. But it was a great, like, the episode itself, I'm really happy with this episode because it was like the moment I was like, holy shit, I'm actually making a comic. Like, this is like this is the 5th episode in, and I didn't have any thoughts about like rebooting this thing because that was such a big problem I had, was this perfectionism of like constantly having a good start to this series and starting it over and over again, but like finally making it. I was at episode 5 and I did everything that I wanted to do so far. I was so proud of this. I'm so happy. Why? Why the restrictions? Bro, I don't fucking know why they had all them restrictions. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. Anyway, back on this though. Like, I really am happy with how this episode turned out. A couple things. So let's get into the little fun little references and knickknacks. So Rumble Tusk, there's not really much about him. I just kind of like had just thought it'd be funny for Ben to fight a boar mutant because I just needed something, because the main focus was on Frankie this episode. The main focus on Frankie. Now, here's the original plan of action, I'll say. So the original plan of action of Unbreakable Ranger was, I was going to have Ben fight. So the original order of operations actually was, Ben was going to go, escape from Horror Show, find Tama, go to Las Vegas. But then he was going to end up finding Frankie all the way out in the West instead of finding her here in the South, over by the Appalachia. And so that was one thing that was interesting. Back on this. So Frankie literally can speak today. Frankie's gone through a lot of interpretations before becoming more of a composite, as you see here. And the two-tone hair is 100% inspired by Rogue. I will say that. But what was another fun fact? So the reason for Woodall Mountain was because I just wanted her to be in Mississippi, because my folks are from Louisiana and Mississippi respectively. So I just wanted to have an episode in Mississippi specifically. So that's where that all came from, essentially, why she's here. Let's see. What's another reference in here? I'm trying to speak today, but it's been talking a lot. But yeah, so Dwight is here, as I talked about earlier. I think it was Lunar that said, is Dwight ever going to come back? But yeah, Dwight re-debuts here, but instead he is protecting Frankie. And basically that was his purpose there. So a couple more notes, because I know there was something else around here. In terms of voices, here's a fun fact for you. So for Rumble Tusk is actually the way I imagine him is actually Jim Cummings as Pete. You know what I mean? Like Pete the cat from Mickey Mouse Disney stuff. Jim Cummings there. But yes, that's what I imagine him sounding like. Sorry, I'm really tired. It's been a very long stream, longer than I was expecting, and I've been yapping my ass off. Let's see. I'm trying to think about something else here that happened to talk about. But yeah, I think that's about it for I think I also reviewed all the little funny little trivia during this episode while I was doing it. But actually, no, I actually remember, yeah. So before this, I didn't decide on Frankie's race until I was about to make this episode. And during episode 4, I finally decided I'm just gonna make her Brazilian. She's still Southern gal, but I was I'm gonna make her Brazilian because I knew some Brazilian people IRL and stuff. And I was I think it'd be fun just to have her be Brazilian and just like that kind of thing. Because Tama is is an American Japanese gal. She's half white, half Japanese. And Hayes is I think I can't remember if I made him second generation or third generation American of a family that immigrated from Jamaica into America, that kind of thing. But yeah, I like doing little things like that. Obviously Barry is Australian, but I actually was debating on whether I don't know what I'll have to think about that later. But yeah, that's that fun fact for you. Again, ahead of the curb train of the whole Brazil girl meme of Brazil Miku, of all that stuff, of tomboys and Metal Gear Rising and all that meme culture. I was just there before all that shit started hitting on there. Not to toot my own horn, but it's just I was there before. Please do not think I'm just some cringe dude that's just on trends. I've always been like this. But yeah, there's a couple of things. So the reason why Frankie's out here in the Appalachia is a reference to one of her music inspirations, Dolly Parton. And because Dolly Parton, Tennessee, Appalachia, different place entirely. But that's part of the reason why I had Frankie up here, is just another little nod to one of her music inspirations, Dolly Parton. And obviously the reason why she's so gifted with tracts of land is another Dolly Parton thing. Ha ha, hee hee. Yeah, Sorry, that's a bit. But yeah, trying to think of other little things off the top of my head. It's just been a lot talking today. Has been any special reason for you being tall, or just cause? Well, honestly, just cause, but also cause like I just wanted like Ben to have like a taller girlfriend, because I just genuinely think the idea and concept is cute of just this, like this small dude that ends up becoming a big protector to this big tall lady. She can take care of herself, but like it's one thing, because it's something that you hear from tall girls that I hear is that they don't always feel like, like womanly, because they end up being taller than a lot of guys, and that's why they often look for guys taller than them. So, and for them, so it's like for Ben, I was like, I just want it to be like small dude, like short king and tall queen, and like Ben being able to just pick her up, like literally bridal style and all this stuff, and just that kind of thing. Because I thought that would be cute, and a nice little way of just saying that like Frankie, like even her height is desirable, even though like I know a lot of people. Like a lot of people online are a lot more like like just love tall giant women and stuff. But IRL and stuff, not the same thing. There's not really a lot of people IRL I don't know that actually that like where it's like the main thing that men love tall women. Like even with my little sister, for example, someone she was dating was shorter than her, and she felt weird about it. That's personally her thing, but because like this girl is about like my height. I'm 5'10". She's 5'10" as well. So for her, she wants a taller guy, and now the guy that she's engaged to, significantly taller than her. He's like 6'2". He's huge dude. But again, people have different preferences like that. But for Ben and Tom, not for Ben and Tom, Ben and Frankie, I wanted Frankie to be tall and big and stuff, but still to be treated like, like a queen, like by Ben. Like the height difference doesn't really matter to them. It's just a big lady and a small dude, essentially. But yeah. Anyway, as for fucking can't speak today. Also, fun fact on the relax. This is actually taken from No More Heroes. Dr. Let's, before he became Dr. Let's Shake in the No More Heroes series, he had like little design on his overall as it was like laid down like that. That whole style, I literally ripped it from that boss fight and did for that. And the relax there is actually reference to another song reference to Frankie by Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Relax. And there was a common phrase that was Frankie says relax. So that's where that whole pun thing came from. Where that whole like sometimes she has a shirt that says baby relax, but that's where that whole reference is from, because that whole Frankie says relax because of the song Relax, don't do it, or when you wanna go through it, like that whole thing. Again, more music references like that. Let's see. Also, Ben's shirt, DC Talk, because in the last episode I had DC Talk as well, but I might as well talk about it here. Is another another band inspiration for Ben. Literally is decent Christian talk. It was a Christian band that I loved growing up, and I still love their songs, but like it represents Ben, because like their discography, when they started, they were very just kind of like that. We're a clean Christian band, dude. They were very like corny, but then they ended up making like really fucking good music. Like some of my favorite songs from them are like What If I Stumble, Supernatural, and things like that. They're like really freaking good songs. And but that's where that's also where the little belt buckle reference comes from, the DC Talk. And sometimes people think it's Dick Talk because I put the cross on there in the wrong place and just not drawn well all the time. So yeah, a lot of people thought, oh, Dick Talk. No, it's DC Talk. Some people thought it was because Ben was a fan of DC, like DC Comics. But yeah, I ended up just making the DC Talk shirt into a belt buckle because I didn't know how long I could get away with that. Because like I said, like I've joked before with copyright stuff, you never know what some lawyers are going to think because of music, and then just try to be like, it may not be a song, but you can't reference it. It's our copyright, because they're dicks. Because I saw that happening with JoJo so much, so I was just trying to be a bit more cautious. But I do love this shirt for Ben. It's like, I want to try to bring it back at some point, but oh well. I like him having his current clothing too. Also, giddy up port drippins. That's a engineer line from TF2. Gotcha, port drippins. Like that when he dominates the heavy. And I'm just double checking to make sure I'm not missing anything. Trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. But yeah, as someone pointed out, the Mr. Minos, that is a Greek mythology reference. And we'll get to it when we get to it. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I could talk about here besides the music inspiration. So, like I said, Frankie was based off of Dolly Parton, and personality-wise, body type-wise, of course, and character-wise, as well as her voice too. just that very sweet kind of like Southern accent. Also based off of Frankie Goes to Hollywood's song "Relax," but she was also based off of a couple songs. The title of this episode, "Free Ride," is a song by the Edgar Winters Group Band, which is where Frankie's last name came from. Her initial last name, Winters. And also another song, so the Free Ride was one of the reference songs, and also Frankenstein, which also is a song for both Ben and Frankie, but Frankenstein being that one. It just got really nice bop to it. It just describes her personality so well. Another couple songs, of course, is like Brick House by the Commodores, because, well, you know. And also Mississippi Queen by Mountain. I think that's another obvious reason why. And, but yeah, that's for her music references there. And I'm trying to remember another thing. So yeah, fun fact about Free Ride though. One of the churches that we took part in early on when we were when we were first in Georgia, they actually played Free Ride, that song, for the kids for like the little like Sunday school stuff. So I've always had fond memories of that. So I wanted to reference that. And references this, and it's a pretty good scribe for the song because it helps Ben understand that he does need help along the way on his journey, and he can't just always rely on himself. But yeah, I really enjoy writing these two. They're just an absolute delight to write, and if I could just only write them, that'd be great. But I also love writing the action and all that stuff. Yeah. But she also based on Young Frankenstein, because I remember you were mentioning that in a certain art piece. But yeah, so she is based on okay, I don't want to spoil anything for either of them, but yes, and you'll understand why later on once we get to it. It's one of those things I don't want to spoil shit. There's a lot, unfortunately, there's things I'm like, I have to wait a bit before I can talk more in depth about this certain thing. But yeah. Anyway, so that's about it for episode 5. Honestly, I'm good looking at the time. Cheese and crackers. It is almost like 4 hours. So I think we're going to call it a night here. I'm really happy about doing this, and I'll leave this stream up for everybody to watch and see. But thank you guys so much for joining. We'll definitely do another one. I'll probably, since this took a while, I think we'll wait until like next week actually to do this kind of stream, because then I'll have episodes 6 through 10 all the way up. 6 has been uploaded already, but I was originally wanting to do 3 episodes today, but then we just ended up going through all 5. But yeah, honestly, I'm really happy with how this turned out. But well, yeah, we'll see y'all next week. Probably on Thursday. We'll see what time next week. I have to figure out what my schedule for next week is going to be. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'm really glad that you guys took part in this. But yeah, thank you guys so much for this. I really do enjoy. And I'm glad that people enjoyed listening to me ramble about this stuff. I was really worried. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And we'll have more normal streams this week. But yeah, I'll have a good one, and God bless.
Do the impossible, see the invisible. Bro, fight the power, touch the